Good morning! Welcome to Super Saturday. I'm Ali DeFoy. It's lovely to see you. Great to meet you if you're a new viewer here on Jewellery Maker, or if you've maybe just happened upon the channel before but you haven't met me. It's lovely to see you. I have a very special guest with me today. Oh yes, he's a wonderful gent. Oh yes, he is. And he's a, could we call him the king of jewellery making? Jewellery Maker King, should we go for it?
Gosh.
It's Mark Morbital Designs. Hi, I'm Mark.
Oh, how are you? It's really nice working a Saturday, actually. It's nice. And looking at you today, and the whole studio agrees, I think today should be named after you, and instead of Super Saturday, it should be Stunning Saturday.
Oh, I love that. Mark, bless him, has been sweet to me as always. I've got puffy eyes today because I've had an allergic reaction to and some new makeup I got off my brother's wedding, so my eyes look like a little bit like a panda's been punched.
I haven't seen you since the wedding. How did it go?
I know. Oh gosh, it was wonderful.
Was it wonderful?
It was wonderful. And the funny thing is that I noticed so many ladies were wearing pearls. Everybody, my mum was wearing pearls because I made them, and they stayed intact. And of course, we've got our first kit today is full of pearls, which is perfect. I've got a beautiful bracelet on actually that Mark very, very kindly has already not only made, but he said he made it in my size because I have child size wrists. So I don't think they grew since I was about 16. So maybe about 12 actually is probably more accurate. So I've got this to wear for the whole day, which is wonderful. So thank you so much for this, Mark. This would have been perfect for the wedding, actually.
I was thinking that, yeah.
I did wear a wee pearl bracelet from Jewellery Maker that I dimped a while ago, as well as some lovely pearl earrings that I got as a gift from my brother and his fiancée to match my dress.
But it was a lovely day. No hitches, it all went.
No, everything
perfect.
everything went wonderfully.
Good.
I did turn into bridesmaidzilla though when I was running around. So I was like, photos, you, next. I had them on like a little conveyor belt. It was quite funny getting everybody's photos done. But they got all the photos they wanted with all the people they wanted, so I'm really happy. And then I could relax. Right, this is coming up for you today. It's not a 1920 show today. No, it's a macrame show. Oh my goodness gracious me. This is going to be our early bird. Oh yes, you might be looking at this thinking, oh, I quite fancy something like this to display my jewellery on. Is that what all the guest designers use? Well, yeah, actually, it is. This is coming up, but yours is brand new, which is quite fancy. Ours are a wee bit old. But yours is lovely and brand new. I'll show you this in a second when we launch it for you. So it's the early bird deal. I have... Now, yesterday we had an early bird treat, and I mentioned that my presenter's pick was, at the same time yesterday, amethyst squares. I've now got the exact same style of amethyst, but in rectangles. Now, this sold out in yesterday's show as my presenter's pick. I'll be doing this for you today, and it's going to go very, very especially low as a boutique idea strand, something you would have maybe in a boutique style store.
Amazing. So what's the name of the cut?
The cut, this is your rectangle. It's just a rectangular cut.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
just a rectangle. The same. It's not an emerald cut. That would mean that the corners were cut off. So it's elegant,
like an octagon.
Yeah. So it's a nice rectangular cut. It's the shape usually with step facets is the style of the cut that you have in the facet. But shape-wise, it's just an elegant rectangle. Fancy it or fancy it. So this is coming up, and it would go perfectly with. Hold your breath. Get ready. Have you spied it already? Is it the one gemstone that's broken records? It's the first gemstone ever to be entered into the birthstone calendar since the birthstone calendar was invented. Entered in December's birthday. Sorry, zircon. Sorry, turquoise. You've got a new member. 1969, if my memory serves me correctly, this was first discovered. It is the beauty that is one location gemstone, or it's only been ever commercially mined in one location. It is Tanzanite, and it is a real treat for us today. Brand new in stock. We have a huge quantity, but you never have enough Tanzanite. No matter how much you've got, it's never going to be enough. This is coming up maybe in one opportunity's time. How about I do the bust and then I bring it to you? Oh yes. Now this, perfect height. It's not too high, it's not too tall. It depends what you're looking for. If you want long lariat style necklaces, you might be looking for a bigger one, but this is the average height for our bust that we offer for you. It is actually totally straight. I don't know whether the angle I've got it looks a bit squint, but it's completely straight. Maybe it's the desk, maybe Reddit just slightly tilted. You've got for you, that's where we're based. 25.5 by 21 centimetres. IBZX21 is the code reference for this item. Now, every time we've had this on, it's sold out. Whether you want to keep your jewellery looking nice on your countertop, whether you have it in your dressing table in your house, maybe you want to give it as a gift for somebody else. If I turn it around, let me show you why I love this bust so much. If you have a look at the stitching along the back, it is so tight, it is so precise, it's not going to go baggy in the material. It's got give in the material, but it's not too much. It's solid at the back, but at the front you've got that lovely movement, almost like your own décolletage. So if you've got a heavy pendant, it's going to sit perfectly, and if it's a light pendant, it's also going to sit fine. At the back, this is really sad, but this is my favourite thing about this bust, is the back of it. It's this here. It's a simple piece of elastic, but what this does is allow you to show different lengths of necklaces at the perfect height to suit it. So for example, if I get the Tanzanite, and you wanted to show a certain amount, but you're thinking it was too long, it's going to slip off the side, what am I going to do? With something like this, you would feed the necklace through the elastic and decide the length you want. So if that's not enough, pull it out and drop it a little further down, hold it there, and gives you the perfect length depending on how you want to show off your piece. So you don't want it shorter, all you need to do again is just pull that elastic, release it, and just lift it up. And then you have that perfect height. And again, it's great if you have lots of necklaces on the same bust. As I say, if you have it on your dressing table and you want to show different lengths, just simply adjust them using the elastic at the back. Sturdy at the base. Not too much movement there. Obviously, I'm shaking it to see how much movement I can get out of it. But for me, they're very solid, they're very sturdy, and there's a great quality of material. You can actually wipe these down as well. So if you ever get them dirty, a little mark on them, as you might do, just get a simple wipe, a wet wipe, and just wipe over the surface of it. Is how I clean mine, Mark. I don't know if you do something different with yours.
No, wet wipes are
just a simple wet wipe.
Absolutely, or
so there's no perfumes in it. Yeah.
I love this. This is probably my favourite style.
Is it?
Because it's got that wide side opening, hasn't it? So what I've got at home, I must bring in my tools of the trade from home.
You must. Or you can take a picture for us to show.
Yeah, because I've got a bust that I use to pin when I'm making. We've got a necklace coming up in the first kit that was invaluable to put on a bust. Yep. And I actually used T-pins and actually pinned while I was making the piece. And I know people like Gemma and Sammy, they use their busts whilst they're using it as a tool.
Of course, I'd get a bit like a dressmaker when you're putting a hem up, or were you doing something, you would do it on a person, or you would do it on a sort of a model.
But I think overall I've probably got 15, 20 busts now, because obviously with my stall I need to lift jewellery up so that the bust is perfect. But for a tool at home to sit on your desk, this is the perfect size because it has those wide shoulders. Perfect.
You need this, I think. Great display bust, says Lynn out in Nottinghamshire, who's taken the time to fill in our FIFO review. Thank you so much, Lynn. It's very kind of you to take the time just to reply to that email. If you ever get anything from us, we do tend to send you an email just to get your feedback on it. We're going to have to get that price point on. It's not going to include the Tanzanite, just so you know, that's coming up next, but it does look quite good. Just if you want to get a hold of it, it's down to £8.95. That's all we're looking at for it. Doesn't matter if it doesn't fit through your post box, it's still going to be only £2.95 in your post and packaging or shipping and handling. However you would join us, that's $5.95 in the US. If you want it delivered elsewhere, then of course just decide the currency you want to use. But for £8.95 for solid now you can get different styles of busts, and if you're thinking, Ali, I don't want to spend that much on a bust, I'm just looking for something, maybe it's not so strong, maybe something that's a little bit flimsier, then elsewhere they will you'll be able to find, there's plenty of busts. Always shop around and see what you can get elsewhere and make your decision based on what kind of quality. But at £2.95, just the weight of it would probably cost more than that to get it delivered, I would think, normally, but it still comes within your one-day post and packaging. So that is available for you. Just check it out when you can. We didn't have a huge quantity, so just be quick with that one. Now I'm going to bring you your Tanzanite. Don't forget, those amethysts are coming up. This is brand new, hot off the press. Tanzanite, yes, we've had. Goodness me, we've had it. And we've been very, very fortunate. We didn't really think we would have it on Jewellery Maker when we started launching this in, oh gosh, what was it, about 2000 and... 2008 maybe we launched this in our sister channel, and it first came to the UK. We were one of the first stockists in the UK to bring you Tanzanite. I remember going around the different high street stores when I used to work for our sister channel Gems TV and trying to find price comparisons in Tanzanite to see whether it was a really good deal or whether it was just an alright deal, how much sort of difference there was in price points. We didn't have any on the Tanzanite in the high streets that I could compare it with. Now at the moment there are slight pieces of Tanzanite, which is brilliant. It's so good to see it everywhere and anywhere. You can see different designs with different designers. What's so amazing about jewellery, I'm just seeing these amazing purple flashes coming out of it at the moment. What you get with Jewellery Maker is a chance to make your own style jewellery. So you might have seen Tanzanite about and you might have thought, oh gosh, I really like the Tanzanite, but I'm not sure about that design, or maybe make something a little bit nicer or more preferably suitable to myself if I were to have the chance to work with it. Jewellery makers around the world dream to work with Tanzanite. I know what it's like because of course when I launched this channel 5 years ago we didn't have Tanzanite. We had it in a sister channel and it was a dream to maybe a far off distant dream that would probably never come true, but it has come true, and Tanzanite is available on Jewellery Maker. It's not in thousands, it's not a huge, I mean there's 400 in stock of this one, 500, forgive me, 500, which in the grand scheme of things it's not a lot, but it's a lot for us for Tanzanite. David's in, Margaret's in, Christina's in, quite a lot of multi-bids. In fact the majority of people who've got this have gone for 2, which to me makes complete sense, because if you want to get Tanzanite and you want to make an entire suite, you've got enough here. You've got 86 centimetres, there's plenty on the strand as it is. Nuggets, obviously Mark, many of you will know Mark, many of you have tuned in just because of Mark today, and you'll know that he's brilliant with his chips and his nuggets. He's got DVDs about them. But Mark, what's it for you to work with Tanzanite as a nugget? Did you ever think when you started working with nuggets that this would be something you would get the chance to work with?
No, never in a million years, never in a million. And we always talk about what I do with chips, and most of the viewers who watch regularly know that I make memory coil bracelets.
Yes.
3 or 4 coils, but with Tanzanite I only use 1.
You use one coil?
Just 1 coil, and 9 times out of 10 I'm charging the same sort of price that I would do for a 4. And just to incorporate some small white pearls or seed beads or something like that, just to lift. It's a beautiful strand, beautiful.
Isn't it? We have the most beautiful play crozen coming out of this, and what that means is when you see the gemstone at a different angle, as I did actually when it was on the bust, or when you see it looking through the camera, or you look at it a different way, or the light catches it a different way, you see different colours. And the Tanzanite, you don't just see play crozen, which is more than 1 colour, you actually get trichrosum, which is a definite minimum of 3 colours. So you see the blue, you see the purple, but you can also see flashes of pink in this quality. And the darker Tanzanite is graded in 4 grades. It's got A grade, double A grade, triple A grade and quadruple A. Quadruple A is the highest grade of Tanzanite you can get that's recognised, and that tends to have bright red flashes, and it's a really deep intense blue with violet purples coming through. This one gives you almost, I would say, the middle of the road. This for me is a double A Tanzanite. It's not graded in its colour because clarity wise it's not eye clean. We invented, this is crazy, did you know this, Mark? You might not be aware of this because many people aren't, that this company, the Genuine Gemstone company, Gems TV, we brought the A grading system. We invented it. We thought, how are we going to do this Tanzanite? It's different colours.
Really?
So we invented the A grading system, which later today, my boss, we were talking about it, he thought, gosh, I shouldn't have done it because price is going to change. But we're thrilled that the assay office in Birmingham then took up our same A grading system and Safeguard, so you're safe in the knowledge that if you get a graded piece of Tanzanite from our sister channel, if you were to send it to Safeguard to have it, and other graders or appraisers are out there as well, send it to one of those to get it appraised, you're going to come back with the same grade that we offered on our certificate. So it was really quite special for us. And as I say, knowing that system and been working with that system for 9.5 years, having sold quadruple A Tanzanites, and I can't believe I've sold at least over 100 of quadruple A Tanzanites in my 9 years of one-of-a-kinds bespoke pieces, knowing that this for me is a double A bordering on triple A grade Tanzanite, the depth of colour. The only reason it's not graded is because it's not eye clean. The price point and what you would be paying for double A grade Tanzanite compared to Tanzanite without a grading is massively different. So it's giving you that colour without that big price tag. Not that Tanzanite is a big price tag, you know what I mean? It's a difference of getting, or if you really want the eye clarity, then maybe get something. Our sister channel has plenty of pieces. Gem Collector, our sister channel, another one, has plenty of pieces. But if you're just wanting that quality of colour, which what most people look for in the Tanzanite is the colour, then this is a brilliant treat. MISF 71 is the code. Loads have been allocated already. Greater London collectors going for multi-bids, and I can understand why. And wait till you see the price we're going to go to for this one. Everybody pays the same price of only $9.90. Did you think it was going to be around $29.95 for something like this? I would say have a look elsewhere, but I don't know anywhere else that offers Tanzanite nuggets.
No, I've never seen them anywhere else. That hasn't come
from us and then being resold. And I don't mean that in a sort of in a rude way. I just mean that is, I would love to see it elsewhere. I really, really would. It would be great for Tanzanite to be available. I would love you to have more choice, but even on our own website, I don't even know if we've got any available. 3 strands, one's $34.95, one's $69.95. And the other's $99.95 for the 3 strands that we have on our website. This is the lowest price Tanzanite, or most affordable price Tanzanite, because should I say, now they're all going to be different, and I can't compare the quality and the price point because they might be rounds or fasted drops. I don't imagine they're nuggets. But for our nuggets, the affordability, most Tanzanite nuggets I've offered have been about $14.95, unless they've been in one crazy Kimbo deal of a 10-strand pack, which we shouldn't even talk about that. £9.95. I'm going to leave those there. It's just reminding me of what I saw the other day on the Wall of Fame just yesterday. A lady had sent in a design inspiration of Tanzanite and pearls. I was thinking, what a luxury. It
does look beautiful together. There's plain white, maybe 5 or 6 mil beads, white pearls. I think it's just beautiful. Do you know your next kit or your wedding kit? I'm saying wedding kit, your sort of pearl kit that's coming up. That would look perfect with that, wouldn't it? Beautiful. Wee message coming in for us from Alison. Oh, it's Alison Tanny. Hiya. And oh, back in the land of internet. And what a treat. Ali, Mark and Tanzanite. Woo woo, missed you, JM. We've missed you, Alison. Come back and see us soon. No holiday bobs for you anymore. I'm not impressed. No, it's not happening. Right. Now, I have the most... Hold on a minute. I feel like we've gone to my sister channel. I've got a finished pair of earrings for you here, including new and gemstones that have been faceted and prong set into your earrings, and pavy set as well. Have I missed something? Has Jewellery Maker become Gems TV for a second? What's going on here? Look at these. Now, just to let you know, I have tarnish papers coming up later on. I know you're a fan of tarnish papers, Mark. Yeah.
In fact, we might do them right after this. Ooh. Brand, wait till you see these.
Very simple tastes.
Brand new sterling silver, and the shape is a diamond shape. There aren't diamonds in it, but it's a shape of a diamond in your sterling silver with white topaz faceted brilliant rounds. Now, a brilliant cut means you have 58 facets, not 48 facets, not your 17 to 19 facets that we tend to do in a single facet. There's a huge amount of faceting to go into a brilliant cut, and you have that in each of these topaz. There's more than one topaz in each one. I'll hold one just so you can see. I'm just going to, I don't want to put it on the table. It doesn't feel right. It feels too special. So there's a hoop on there. Oh, it's actually open as well, so you could use that as an eye loop. With 6 topaz in each earring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes, 6. So you've got a V of 5 and then 1 in the middle, and then you've got the exact same in the design. These are stunning. Can you see that loop? It's actually an open loop. I don't know if you can see as close as I can see when I hold it up to my own naked eye, but there's a slight opening there for you to get in, well, for you to pop your gemstones in there. If, say, for example, you're using a closed jump ring and you don't want to open it, that's already got an opening in there. Or you could use your open jump rings. It wouldn't matter which you decided to use, or slip in your thread or beading thread or whatever it is you're going with, or your eye loops. These are amazing. Now, it says on it, the hygiene label returns not acceptable if the seal is broken. So when you get this home, inspect them in the packet. It's a clear packet. It's a see-through packet. It's big enough for you to move it around. Let me put one in it so you can see. It's big enough for you to turn it around and really, really inspect it. Do that before you open it, all right? Because they are, as I say, they are finished pieces of jewellery. Yes, you can finish and attach onto them on the loop there, but they are the quality of our sister channel, which always with earrings, we have a hygiene bag on them, because that's the only way really with earrings you're able to return them if you haven't broken that seal. So just bear that in mind when you get these home. I mean, easy enough to twist the packet, have a good look and inspect them, all right? And please do that before you open them, because otherwise if you do open them and then think, oh, actually I've decided I don't quite fancy them, or I've changed my mind, or I've seen another pair, whatever the reason may be, you're quite entitled to your money back guarantee. But just with these, which is very different from Jewellery Maker, because we don't usually have finished pieces with faceted gemstones in them to this high standard. These are really, really high standard in here. So just bear that in mind. It's slightly different to how we would normally offer our earring findings, as far as I'm aware. What do you think, Mark?
I just think they're amazing. My sister's birthday is November, so these would be just perfect.
With a little bit of topaz.
And I'm just thinking, if anyone's been lucky enough to recently be able to purchase some of our black diamonds, whether the little faceted rounds or the rondelles, just to suspend one from each of those little diamond points.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's a ridiculously expensive pair of earrings, isn't it?
For not a lot.
Yeah.
Let's see what sort of price point we could offer. These are being allocated exceptionally quickly, which is so good to see. For $9.95. I thought they were $14. Gosh, could you imagine you had Tanzanite nuggets dropped from those, or a pearl with the Tanzanite nuggets?
Oh, just a pearl. You could. There's nothing stopping you just interchanging depending on the outfit you're going to wear.
Of course.
Because they're going to go with everything.
Yes.
So you can just have a little stash of ready eye-looped beads ready, and just interchange them with whatever you're going to wear. I mean, that would be amazing.
Oh my word, they could be your #1 pair of earrings, your staple pair, because the white topaz will go with everything.
Yep.
And then, as you say, you could interchange depending on what your outfit you're wearing, but these could be your staple pair of earrings. Oh my goodness me.
Quite Art Deco, aren't they?
They are very, they're very stylish.
Funny.
Polynesian Red and Yorkshire. Ooh, these are gorgeous and so Art Deco. That's quite uncanny, isn't it? It's almost like you did that together.
We're on the same wavelength, I think.
Love that.
Exquisite.
Victoria's message in, morning Ali and Mark. These earring findings would make lovely clasps with pearls for wedding pieces. Any Essilon thread on today, please? Absolutely, we do have Essilon thread, Victoria. It's going to be in one of your kits. It's going to be in the beach kit, if my memory is correctly.
Four colours as well.
4 colours of Essilon thread.
Yeah, beautiful.
Boom, boom, pow. Right, should we get those tarnish papers? I think so. We're going to make it a star buy for you, so let's go for it. Right, for you today, I have anti-tarnish papers. Now, this is something, silver anti-guard tarnish papers. They're 3 by 3 centimetres. There are 50 in a pack. Let me get this for you. Now, I've been told that I am allowed to open this. So I'm going to do it. Because yeah, it's great. There you go. There's a packet. So I'd like to show it to you. Oh, actually, it's see-through. Oh, I shouldn't have noticed that. Then I could have opened it. There's lots of writing on the back. I'm still going to open it. So, easy peasy as pie. Now be careful. In fact, it was just the other day I was talking to my friend about this. They were at work and they were opening a piece of white paper and they cut their fingers because the paper was so sharp. On like you know the whiteboards where you turn the paper over? They cut their fingers. So just as I do this actually, just to show you here, there is, as you normally would get, you know, a packet of nuts or a packet of sort of raisins or anything you get that has that peel off top and still the popper bit. Just be careful that it can be sharp once you start to peel it. All right, these are flying out the door. So peel it open. As you would, you do not need to worry that now that's open that you can't keep it sealed. It's got inside one of those wonderful safety seals. You know the sandwich packets that you can put in your freezer? One of those. Very, very secure. Open it up and there you have. Now there are plenty in there, but I know there's a little tip with over 100 already allocated that, Mark, you might usually... In fact, Mark, I'll let you tell everybody what your anti-tarnish paper tip is.
Ace. These are ace. Well, you get 50 in a pack.
Yep.
But what I do is I cut it into 4. So in fact, you have 200 little pieces.
Right.
And what I do is when I'm doing a craft fair, I keep everything, when I'm not at a fair, in grip seal bags. Okay.
Right.
So I tend to have, I don't know, a larger size bag with a full tag in. with 3 or 4 necklaces in to keep it nice and clean overnight. Okay, and then when I give earrings, I pop it inside a little bag with a quarter inside, close the bag, then that goes into the organza bag and you give it to your customer. And I don't know whether you've seen my stand. I have a big pasteboard set up with all my earrings on. Yep. And one of the questions that I'm asked all the time is, why don't those earrings tarnish? Yes. And then when I've done a craft fair, I get home, and on each of the wires, of which there are 8, I, with a clothes peg, just attached a full square to each of
I don't mean to interrupt you with that price. No, you don't apologise. I've just seen your price come in. I just wanted to make sure that that really is $5.95, right? Really $95. Carry on, Mark.
That's silly.
I don't even know how you can carry on after that, but try.
Yeah, so I just attach with a clothes peg on each of the 8 wires, one of those tags, and that's done the job. That completely keeps it. And if any of your findings, if you've got some spare tags, just pop one in. But I just think they're best thing ever. I'm so happy that Hannah's managed to get them in for us.
So you managed to get over 200 once you cut them into your quarters.
Yep.
So just so you can see, with more in baskets than I have stock. I don't mean to rush you.
These are ace. I just love them.
Trying to decide. I don't mean to rush you at all, but at $5.95, maybe I need to. Do you think price-wise that it covers the sort of tarnishing-wise?
I've been paying £1 for 10.
£1 for 10.
Yep. The little quarter sizes. So if you double, triple, quarter.
Oh, smaller than that, you mean?
Oh yeah, you can buy them in quarter sizes. Because I only use that because I use them for my earrings. So that's amazing.
Well, there you go. Have you spied a little Dremel? Oh yeah. Well, that's coming up today. Mark, thank you so much. I think a lot of people who haven't already got these.
This is going to be my product of the year this year.
Do you think?
If we have the New Year awards.
Yeah.
This is going to be my.
What do you mean?
Of
course we're going to have them. We have to have them.
You might have to do it instead of Vicky.
Oh, what a hardship. I don't know if I can turn up for that. I am due to be in on New Year's Eve, actually. My memory says, no, I tell if I'm meant to be in on New Year's Day. New Year's Eve, that'll be interesting. Mark, challenge-wise.
Well, it's not a challenge, is it?
It's not. Started already, and I love it.
And I've incorporated some pearls from the first kit we've got coming up as well.
Were they left over? Or is
yes.
That, really? You had?
Yeah.
Mark had pearls left over. There's that many pearls. You have like. It looks really lovely. What Mark started already. Are we allowed to be naughty and have a sneak peek at how Mark colour graduates on his little board? Is that allowed? Look at this. So you just sew your sections of your lighter, your darker. Is that what you do? You just separate it into the different...
And I'm making sure that I've got 3 pieces which I'm going to plait and do some gizmo coiling with, and you just need to make sure that you position your pearls at different places on the strand. So when you do your plaiting, they don't group up in little sections or bunches.
So you still get the mixture of colour as opposed to just the one tone.
Yep. And then with the other 2.
Oh, so you put them into... Oh, they're still in the packet.
So I've got these 2. If I pop them on the overhead there, which I'm going to using gold wire, and I'm going to do some gizmo coiling with it.
Oh!
Sorry. No, it's not a challenge at all, really, is it?
I'm really excited about that.
It's going to be great fun.
Wonderful. So, you get all of the strands that Mark's just got. I'll take them off the bus for you so you can see. You get 1 of each. Oh, I tell a fib. You get 2 of the dark blue. A little bit of a treat.
I know. These are stunning.
I'll do it that way so you can see. Ooh, so all apatites. You've got the neon apatite variety as well, the dark blue apatites, and what I like to know is a classic apatite. That's what I originally learned as apatite, very similar to your Peridot tourmaline hues, which is a very, very rare collectible and limited stone, and quite considered in price point as well. We have many one-of-a-kinds in our sister channel, so to get that similar colour and that same phosphorescence that gemstone has, it's a really, really popular gem. I think that's why most people started to get apatite, because they saw how similar it was to Peridot tourmaline, and it's actually called apatite after the Greek word apateo, meaning to deceive. Because so many people got it confused with other gemstones when they first found it. They didn't actually realise it was a gem in its own right. So don't let that the fact that it's similar to Peridot tourmaline in colour and properties take away from the fact that it is a beautiful, genuine gem in its own right. And as you can see there, the different tones that you get, the depth of tone, it is like, in fact, this is going to sound terrible, but last night I was having a look at some of the pictures from my holiday from Thailand. I've only just started looking through them. Can you believe that? And I got back in April. and I've only just started looking through them. And the sea looks like this colour. It goes from this colour to graduates to the darker, and then when you look in the deeper part, it's just that deep, deep blue. And that literally is sort of tropical sea, that holiday feel. Beautiful, beautiful collection you have here. Yesterday we had some really lovely teal pearls, which would look great. And in the kit coming up today with the Eslon threads that we've got, that would be brilliant with it. This would go gorgeously with the kit. Jot down the code for today's price. ZYGC42. We're down to $14.90 for all of them. Well, there you go. You don't have to pick and choose which one. You get them all for $14.95.
That's amazing.
You happy?
Yeah, very happy. Very, very
It's not even
happy.
£5 a strand. Hold on. Isn't it Super Saturday? Do you know what's even more super? Is that I finish at 1 o'clock now, which means I get home in time to watch football. Super Saturday at £9.95. What a saving.
That's just madness.
Is it?
Well, I've got my business head on, and so I've got 8 bracelets from that bundle with a few pearls, and obviously your memory wire, and £15 each.
15. I was going to say it's around £15 you offer a bracelet. £120 and memory wires.
Pennies, isn't it, really? And a few pearls from your stash. That's just beautiful.
We've got a lot of love for these. If you think about it, you could get one Tanzanite strand for this price, or you could get your Apatite collection. Apatite collection, very, very rare and collectible. Not as highly priced as Tanzanite. Tanzanite, bear in mind, is not being mined anymore. It's not coming out of the ground. So that's why there's a difference in price. Also, collectability, price point wise, rarity, all factors in. So if you've only got £10 to spend, if you want to get a big quantity of blues, then this would be the one to go for. If you want something collectible and you've had your heart set in Tanzanite, it's an amazing price for Tanzanite, $9.95. So you've got great options today.
But I think the Tanzanite would work so well with that darker Apatite.
Oh gosh, it would.
It would just look amazing.
Should I be cheeky? Should I grab it? Am I allowed, Kim? We have to go back to my desk anyway. All right, I'll take it with me and we'll put it next to it and have a wee gander. Because you've got yours to work with.
I've got mine, yes, thank you.
All right, take it with us. Mark, we'll be back with you very shortly. You're clearly busy anyway, working away. Look at that. Lovely to have Mark on the show today, isn't it? A treat. It's been far too long since we've worked together. Lots and lots of deals coming up for you today. I'm going to bring you this, which is Learn with Mark DVD. Now, where is that gone? There they are. Where's that one gone? I think I've got more than one. Right, DVD-wise, you have got something I want to show you straight away. Makes for Men, which is great for all the gents who are watching, and many of you, in fact, maybe more today, will be watching than usual because you'll be tuning in, maybe especially for Mark. This is a great DVD, as I say, for the gents, but also to make gents jewellery as well. As a lady, I don't know about you, but you might... I struggle a little bit sometimes to choose the right style for a gent. I might think, oh, they might like that stone, but how to make it look great, something that a man would want to wear. For example, my brother tends to not wear too much jewellery, so it's a challenge for me to find anything that you might quite fancy. But these he's really found quite impressive. The slip knot, the railroad bracelet, the wee clip coming from it here actually as well. You've got the leather and metal, a cuff is one section, wrapped bracelet and a ball chain bracelet. So this is all from the DVD that you get here.
Yeah. And this, I mean, the two of the little sections that I'm most proud of is a cuff, which is a 15-minute section showing you 3 different ways of making cufflinks.
Wow.
Which we always, they're amazing stocking fillers, the cufflinks. And using the ball chain, which I know we've now got in stock. I think sometimes it's on the website.
Yep.
To be able to incorporate that into really simple to make macrame bracelets for the gents is brilliant. And with this DVD, it is a makes for men, but all of the techniques and pieces of jewellery we make, you can alter them to make them more feminine for ladies as well.
Of course, and you might even have maybe learned one of the techniques in one of Mark's previous DVDs or shows and might be thinking, actually, I know that technique, now I know how to apply it to make a different sort of style with the same technique. Craft fair tips. Now this is something that's one of your relatively newest DVDs and one of your favourite. I know you love your Makes for Men,
but it's my ultimate favourite of all of them. I've done 12 now, and this is
12 DVDs.
And this is
That's how popular Mark's DVDs are.
Yeah, this is the one I'm most proud of all of them.
Really?
Yeah, this is the one that Carol and I launched on Christmas Day.
I remember.
Yeah, very, very proud of this.
There she is. Gorgeous Carol. We miss you, Carol. For anyone who's new, she is fine. She's just on maternity leave. Hopefully we'll get her back soon. So you've got hearts and stars and flowers, solitaire wire macrame rings, sugar-free Shambhala bracelets, rosary link chandelier earrings, memory wire bracelets, wired necklaces, craft fair hints and tips. That's all from there. Now I've only got 50 of these. You're getting all of the DVDs. Normally our DVDs as a set are £4.95. You've got nuggets, which we were talking about. You've got macrame, which is what we'll be doing a bit of today, and chips and nuggets with wire, which is also in there. So 5 DVDs. That's bridal macrame, a little bit like what we may have seen, in fact, with the bracelet that I'm wearing this morning. So 5 DVDs. £24.75 is what we should be looking at, and there's the lovely Vicky with Mark on there as well, showing that bracelet style. Mark, you've just been talking about the memory wire bracelet is in this DVD with the gorgeous Vicky. So you've got your favourite presenters, you've got your favourite guest designers, you've got hours and hours of that's 5 hours of private tutorial, hundreds of pieces of jewellery, and that's not a guesstimation, there are hundreds. But we messaged back from one of our DVDs which is commenting on how Mark, as always, presents a very informative DVD. Another message coming through on one of the other DVDs that we're offering today. I don't know off the top of my head code-wise which one it was. Is great ideas and instructions in there as well. Bearing in mind, many of you tune in, as I say, to watch Mark and many of our guest designers, but you'll have ones that you feel. It's just like when you're at school, when you have a teacher, there'll be ones that you feel you learn the best from. And of course, when you get an hour's worth of private tuition, that costs a lot when you're. Oh. We only have 50. This is the biggest deal. We're only doing this because Mark's on with us today, and it is Super Saturday. We need to do something super duper. So you get 5 DVDs. There's only 50 in stock, and you get them for $14.95. So it's roughly 2 for the price of 5 for the price of 3.
That works out at 50 pence for 10 minutes, or in effect a whole project of tuition. 10
pence.
50 pence.
50p a project.
Yeah.
What can we get for 50p these days? Oh, maybe 5 minutes parking in Stratford-upon-Avon.
That's amazing.
Oh, yeah, I think it's 5 minutes parking. You've got 5 DVDs. Even if you look at this and think, actually, you know, Ali, I've got one of Mark's DVDs, I've actually got one of these. You could always offer it as a Christmas gift to somebody else who's started making jewellery.
Absolutely.
Set it aside. Yep. Would you spend £2.50, £2.90 odd on a family friend for a Christmas present? At that price, dare I say it, Mark, that could be a stocking filler for somebody.
That's brilliant. No, that's really amazing.
And it's one of those DVDs that's always going to be useful, because you can always go back and look up techniques. You can always go back and think, oh, actually, I didn't really focus on that project because I was so busy wanting to make my, I don't know, memory wire bracelet that I didn't focus on the heart, stars and flowers section of the craft fair. I'm going to go and look at that 15 minutes again, and you can skip into the different sections, you can fast forward. But to have all of that together for just one price of £15, it's get 5 for the price of 3. Idea. Enjoy it. Maybe there's 3 in there or 2 in there that you've really been waiting for, and the other 2 you're just thinking, actually, now that I've seen those, I want those too. So check them out as and when you can. I'm just going to take my wee copa with me. I love my multicoloured spot cup.
Do you want an exclusive? Exclusive?
Always.
Well, you might be part of it, actually. I'm hoping.
I might be part of this exclusive, but I don't know. There's a change.
I've come up with a new DVD plan and itinerary and projects for a brand new DVD, and I'd quite like you to do it with me, because we haven't made a DVD together before.
There.
We haven't done one before.
No,
and it's going to be
they kept us apart.
It's going to be brand new macrame wire project based DVD, which I'm really looking forward to doing. So it's going to be different sort of cab wraps and different variations.
So we've definitely got the permission to do it.
Yeah.
Have we?
Yeah.
Yes.
But we just need to come up with a time that we can do it. And,
I'm free.
It'd be nice, because you're the only presenter that I haven't done a DVD with.
Well, there we go. We need to sort that one out.
Yes. It'd be nice to have the full set, as it were.
That's the only reason. It's not that you want to work with me, just because you want a full set of presenters.
Yeah. So
whatever.
Yeah, we'll
that sounds awesome. That sounds fabulous, doesn't it? Drop us a wee message if this, maybe you've got your favourite DVD of Mark's you want to let us know, or a favourite technique, or maybe you want a tip from Mark if you're stuck in the middle of something. Drop us a wee message. The number is 60777. It's normal network charge that will apply, so whatever you normally get charged for a text message, it won't be an extra £1.50, it's just whatever you normally get charged. And do make sure you put JM Studio at the start of the text, because otherwise we won't get it. It just floats around our studio, because there's more than one studio that uses the same number. Or you can message us videos on JewelleryMaker.com. It's free, or on the app if you want to download that. It's just apps. Go to the App Store. It's just Jewellery Maker. Easy peasy. Right, and just look out for the stripy logo. It's quite easy to identify, isn't it? Right. Wow. Just wow. How many pearls do you want, Mark? Because I've got 5 strands. In fact, is that 4 strands and a strand of shell pearl?
No.
That's not this
is what Martha came in the studio this morning. That's the first thing she said as well.
Do you know the one way to tell? Rub them together. Well, you could also rub it in your tooth, but you can't really do that in a store, can you? You can't pick up somebody's finished piece of jewellery and start rubbing it on your tooth. But you will be able to tell by doing that. Oh, it is as well. If you rub them together, I'm going to move my cup out of the way to show you. The reason I thought they were shell pearl, one, because of the size next to all the other pearls, but how smooth they are.
They're beautiful. I think the nicest strand of pearls I've had in a kit, without a doubt. They're beautiful.
And shell pearl are notorious for getting almost near, well, perfect rounds. I'm just rubbing them together like that. They feel grainy. They feel almost like a really fine emery board. Really, really fine when you rub them together. But with shell pearl, it's all right, Amelia, you can rub them together in a minute. Oh, Amelia's not even here. Gosh, she's got a ghost. That just fell itself. Oh, if you rub them together, they are. Do you know what? I didn't want to say this. They're 5 by 10 mil. They're the largest ones in the pack. They're totally natural.
As well.
It's the only strand that's totally natural out of the 5. It's the biggest one, and it's got the best orient. That, for me, means I want this kit. I want it even more now, because the fact that they are so perfect in their natural look, their surface, their luster, their orient. And I wanted to ask if they were natural, but my producer's just told me anyway. She's on it as well. She's obviously got the same thought as myself.
Purples and all sorts of colours.
Yeah, the orient on them is magnificent, and you get a better orient when it's natural, because of course that's a natural layer. I want this strand. What's the price on this strand? How much? Is that it? With all the findings and the threading, the beading, and the elastic, the 2 different colours of pearls, the lilacs. How much would you be happy to pay for just this strand alone?
£30.
Do you think? Drop me a text, drop me a message on JewelleryMaker.com. I'm not going to show you the price yet. I want to know what you'd be happy with for just this. They're totally natural pearls. You get an authenticity certificate. JM Studio at the start of your text. Text it to 60777. What would you pay for a strand of natural pearl? And this is serious. I'm not meaning what do you hope Kim goes for. Not that one, because it's going to be low, right? But what would you be happy to pay for a strand of 5 by 10 millimeter natural white pearls? 9 by 10 mil.
Oh my gosh.
1 millimeter off perfectly round. 9 by 10 millimeter. Let me correct that, because earlier I said 5 by 10. 9 by 10 millimeter pearls. Just let me know what you would happily pay for a strand of pearls. Now, it's not got a clasp on it if you're new to Jewellery Maker. The purpose of it, clue might be given away in the name, is we want you to make your own jewellery. But we just give you everything you need to do it. I can't believe that. I can believe they're natural, I just can't believe, because I know the price in my head. It's blowing my mind right now. Right, 4 other strands of now I'm going to be naughty, and I'm going to shimmy my bracelet round, because I've been talking, but these were made, or this was made from these. So you incorporated these 3 strands, was it?
Yes, it's the large lilac, and then it was the one on the left and one on the right, because one is side drilled and one is top to bottom drilled. Yeah. So just depending on the design that you want. I've made, so this bracelet was with the side drilled. Yes. And then the necklace that I'm going to demonstrate is using the top to bottom, so you get a completely different look.
Ooh. I've just only noted, do you know, it's funny, I looked at this earlier and it was the style and the design that caught my eye, but now I'm looking at it, it's this beady bead of pearls. That's amazing. So move the earrings to the side so you can see it all. Oh.
Well, the way I envisage that is without the clasp, so you basically wear it and just tie a little knot in it, just to hang it down. But for showing it on the screen, I just use one with the less clasp. But that actually looks quite nice with that, doesn't it?
It does.
And then you can just undo one side and adjust the length that you want. So Oh, I'm quite pleased.
Dibs.
Beautiful.
Oh, and again, I was falling in love with these earrings earlier, and they're probably, with no disrespect, the simplest pair out of all of them, aren't they? Maybe.
Completely.
But they're just, so, I mean, look how stylish that is. What's that, one head pin?
One head pin.
And a pair of shepherd's
hooks and a couple of pearls.
What sort of price would you charge for that? Because they are
£7.50 on my stall for those.
And if you use silver findings?
£10.
£10.
And the little cute ones next door, I've used because you get some really like floral head pins, which I've turned into shepherd's hooks. And they're just so cute.
You get these in the kit, but you've turned them into shepherd hooks. They are just not just head pins, but they were originally head pins.
Yeah.
You've got these head pins, which I'm amazed by the length of them.
Martha said that as well.
I genuinely thought you'd find some new style of head pin that I hadn't seen. And again, you've got the shepherd hooks in here. And you've got the featherweight head pins as well. You've got ear wires too, which I don't even think you've had a chance to work with those, have you? Or have I missed that?
No, I use them for something else.
Ah, so we get to see that as well. You've got 3 different styles of toggle clasps. You've got the balls, you've got the jump rings that are open, crimp covers, crimps. Lots of people have been saying for the one strand on its own between £20 and £40 for this one strand. £20 and £40. So, the price of all of the findings, you get beading thread, monofilament and elastic. If you want to know any more of the findings in depth, they're all online. There they are there. But also the contact centre have all the information on all of them. I would go through them all as I normally do, but this is selling out very, very quickly. So I just want to make sure that I get everything else on there. You get 90 findings with the organza bag, which I actually used to put lavender in the other day and hang it in my car.
That's nice.
It's lovely. I've got a big bag of lavender and I split it into little bags. So the finding bags that these are kept in, the little black ones with the purple ribbon, I put lots of different split lavender in all of them, hung some at my wardrobe.
We're about
in my
to harvest
drawer.
ours at home. I'll bring you some.
Oh my gosh, are you? Oh, I'd love that.
Okay, I'll bring some in next
I
time.
adore lavender. Love it. In a little bag. Anyway, so you do get the organza bags. These big pearls, 9 by 10 millimeter, totally natural. Cannot believe this. Blowing my mind. Have I said that already? For the whole kit, £36 and 95 pence.
Oh, really?
Normally we would only be looking at £55.18. 15. £55 and 15 pence.
That's an incredible price, isn't it? That's quite startling, actually.
So to get the 5 strands of pearls, and many of you have very, very kindly taken the time to say you would be looking between £20 and £40 for that one strand alone, with your findings. But now you might think, Ali, I want to save these big ones and use them with silver findings. We've had the silver earring findings earlier. I've got a silver findings pack later. If you just want silver findings, we understand that, but you do get findings with it as well. Great wedding or first jewellery pieces. 100% agree with you, Fran. I just mentioned it the other day. You're probably tired of me going on about my brother's wedding, but I made my mum pearls and it was the best feeling in the world seeing her wear them. I was so proud. A little bit nervous at first that they might break because I didn't knot them because I gave up on that and I just stranded them. And I thought if they fall apart on the dance floor in the first dance where all the family are introduced, I will be mortified. If everybody can imagine my granny going over, my grandpa or my uncle going over in these pearls. I was like, please no, please stay in that. So after the first dance was over, I could relax. And the pearl, they just look beautiful. And to see my brother's now wife and his now mother-in-law wearing pearls as well, and that they chose that themselves. That was nothing to do with me. She had beautiful pearl drops in her ears, no necklace on, just beautiful, stunning big pearl drops as these are, and her mother had just a strand of pearls on. Everybody in the bridal party had pearls on. It was just, and it wasn't, we hadn't conversed, we hadn't spoken about it, and I was thinking, I'm so proud that not only have we all got pearls on, that my mum has pearls because I got them and I made them, and they were real pearls.
That's lovely.
And that's the most, for me, the most amazing feeling, that I was able to give the gift of pearls. And I think my one strand was about £30 for the champagne pearls that I got. They're beautiful, don't get me wrong, and I don't feel, I'm not begrudging that spending that money. I'm happy that I spent that, but I think what you're getting here is a little bit crazy. But enjoy it. It's not for me to decide the price. I'm here to enjoy it with you. Whatever you're happy to pay for pearls, go for it. If this is the right price for you, perfect. If you've set a budget, don't over your budget. Don't go over it. But I imagine if you set a strand price aside for pearls of this quality, you would have set that amount at least, and you would have change if not. Mark, you said you're going to show us a necklace piece.
Wow. I made all the jewellery up, and I used all the findings.
Right. Do you need some?
No. So I asked Pip for permission.
Okay.
If I could use the tiniest little bit of 0.4 wire to make a necklace. Okay. Because I was determined I wanted to make this necklace.
Let's do it.
So I used up all the findings first. So it's going to be the little flower. I'm going to show you how to make one of those little flower segments. The one matching my bracelet? Yeah. Oh, so this is what you can incorporate for the bracelet as well that I'm wearing. It's a perfect set if you don't... That's lovely. It's beautiful. I mean, that's that for that necklace and bracelet set. You're probably looking at £60–70, I think.
Wow! And then you could also do that same design, maybe incorporate it in earrings too.
Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly the same.
We had 0.4mm wire yesterday. We had 100 meters of it with Sheila. So hopefully you managed to grab it then yesterday. If not, maybe you've got some in your stash. If not, we'll try and get some for you.
I think the whole necklace probably used about 3 meters, so it's a minimal amount. So what I've taken a piece of the 0.4. You can use 0.6 if you can get it through the drill hole, but 0.4 was what I had at hand. And I've got a piece about 10 inches long. And I'm going to thread on 7 of the lavender pearls that are top to bottom drilled. Okay. Now, ideally, I would have gone for 6 because it would have been symmetrical. But because of the larger pearl I decided to use, I had to use an odd number of pearls to form the petals, which didn't matter. But it's just beware when you're making flowers like this that you determine the size of the petals from the size of the inside pearl. Yeah. So that's 6, and then that's 7. So put the 7th pearl on. Okay.
That's a pearl for every day of the week.
It is. That's nice. You can do it like that. And what we're going to do, we're going to bring the 2 ends up together. Okay, like so, and we're just going to twist 3 times to start, and then we're going to open the 2 pieces of wire, and we're just going to undo one of the twists. I didn't do enough there. So we do 3 twists, because what we don't want a long coil, so I tend to do 3 and then just open out one of them again. That's perfect. Okay, now we've got the 2 wires there, we're going to cut one of them off.
Does it matter which one?
No. Okay. Okay, make sure we've still got that little bit of coil in there. And then using round nose pliers, we're going to make an eye pin loop. So 1, 2, 3 times. And then we're going to just adjust that loop so it sits flat, so it's adjacent with the pearls.
Ah, yes.
And then with this wire that we have left, we're going to take one of our large pearls. Like so. And all we're going to do, we're just going to place it inside the gap that we've got, which sits nicely. So 6 pearls, even though it would have been symmetrical around the outside, would have been too small a space for the pearl. So as you can see, we have 3 pearls on the top and 4 on the bottom. So it's entirely up to which side you want to go for. I tend to follow the direction that the wire is going in. So we're going to take the wire across those 2 petals, and we're going to take the end and we're just going to feed it back through the same slot that the wire originally went through. Okay. Just feed it through. This is a tip that Gemma taught me, is use the wire as a lever, and that tightens it rather than pulling straight away, because it could snap. So just use it as a little lever. And then with this wire protruding from the top here, we're just going to place our pliers so you can hear them, onto top of the pearls. And then we're going to do, again, simple wrap loop, 3 times. Again, adjust the loop so it sits adjacent with the pearls. Cut it off. So there you have your
whether it be a link or a pendant or
absolutely. And then all we're going to do to make the necklace is we're just going to take a piece of wire again, do a simple rosary link starting section, pop on our link. Then we're going to just do a couple of simple rosary linking. Like so. And then it's up to you then whether you go for an amethyst colour pearl or you go for another white. I'll go for another white. Feed that on.
I was just going to say that it's just got a wee kink on it there.
Well spotted.
And there's no harm snipping it off. I mean, that's the best thing to do, isn't it? Because if there is a wee kink and the drill hole is straight, there's going to be a bit of a mission to
I've got my larger pearl sitting above as a link, and then we're just going to finish off the link. Okay, so just do this like so. And then you make your next section of your little petals. And I think at the back of the necklace, all I did was carried on with a few of the pearls.
Yes, so it was just a few sort of rosary style links.
And then you have your little link section. And if you can, which I've managed to do, I think I've managed to do on the necklace, is you have your 4 petals on the bottom and your 3 petals on the top. So make sure every section sits the same way, which I think I've managed.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah. So no, I'm really pleased. It's beautiful. It's really lightweight. There's a lot of pearls involved in that, and it's just...
And it's very secure as well.
Yes.
Even though it looks delicate.
If you use a small internal bead, you can get away with using your featherweight headpins from your findings pack to do exactly the same. So it's just that I've run out of findings, and I was determined to make this necklace.
Oh, Mark, and we're really pleased you did. Thank you so much. That was gorgeous. It's wonderful to see what Mark's been up to, and if you have any questions, please do get them to us as soon as you can, so we can answer them for you, really. But we'd like to see what you're up to, so I think Mark and I are going to head over to the Wall of Fame. Oh, today's Wall of Fame is very exciting. I'm going to start off with one which actually is displayed on a bust, which is perfect. If you want a white bust, we've got one as today's early bird, so please do look out for it. But I love that you've displayed it in such a way. And it's almost like you've either used monofilament or beading thread, elastic to hold the earrings in place, which is, as you say, a great idea. 197, and this, it's a lovely letter. I say it's lovely because it's quite, it's got a wee frame around it. I remember I used to do that at school. I loved it. I need to learn how to use a computer again. This is from Lynn. You've said, and you're out in Suffolk. Dear all at Jewellery Maker, this is my entry into this week's Wall of Fame. It is a chainmail necklace and earring set. I was inspired by the wonderful Fleur the other week. The way she demonstrates the techniques is awe-inspiring. So easy to understand. I haven't used this design before, but I found it very easy after watching her on the show. They are made with garnets, which I bought from JM a very long time ago, but I thought it would look very nice with the gold-plated chain, toggle clasp and ear wires and handmade jump rings. Oh, lovely. Lovely handmade jump rings. I hope you enjoy looking at them as much as I enjoyed making them. Everything I used was, of course, from JM. Good luck to all of the other woffers. Very best wishes to everyone at JM and all my fellow crafters. Love from, I've just added in love from, but from Lynn. With lots of kisses, Lynn out in Suffolk. Well done, you, Lynn, and great handmade jump rings. Well done.
This is beautiful. This just caught our eyes straight away, doesn't it? My first one of today is number 198, and this is from Anne King. And Anne says, "Hi all at Jewellery Maker, here is my entry for this week. It is made from Labradorite, purchased from Jewellery Maker the week before Labradorite week. It is gorgeous. All findings are also from Jewellery Maker, with 3 silver pearls from my stash. This bracelet was made for my friend who loves it, but I still have another strand to make one for myself. Maybe a necklace or earrings. Decisions, perhaps even all 3. Fantastic offers and bargains just now. Oops, and gents. Or just now, ladies and gents. Keep up the good work. I've got my fingers crossed for a win to enable me to buy fab goodies from yourselves. Good luck to all who enter this week, but especially me. Lots of love," and that's from Anne. Beautiful, 198. That's stunning, isn't it?
Really wonderful, Anne.
Beautiful, well done.
Fancy that myself.
Yeah.
A lovely message. Now, just to let you know, we do have some Labradorite coming up after a short break for you today, and a really, really good deal. Kim has said we do have a summer sale on today. It's going to be the last hour between 12 and 1 p.m. So if you can join us for that as well, then that'll be awesome too. 199. Look at this.
Incredible, isn't it?
What amount of work has gone into this? Really fancy. This is from Celeste out in Southend. Celeste has messaged in to say, hi all you wonderful people at JM. Here is my entry to the WOF. I first came up with this design over a year ago and was recently commissioned to make another using Labradorite. There we go with Labradorite again. Luckily I had some amazing cabs in my stash from you and it works beautifully. Hoping my customer loves it. I am still obsessed with making jewellery after buying my first kit from you called Retail Therapy 3 years ago. What a journey it has been for me with Jewellery Maker. Love you all. Celeste out in Southend with lots of kisses. Oh, Celeste, I'm so pleased you were asked to commission it and make another piece like that because that's wonderful. I'm sure your customer will love it. Isn't it amazing?
I love that. I think it's really sweet.
Wonderful. Well done, Celeste. And you're number 199.
Okay, the next one is number 200. Beautiful piece of polymer clay work here. And this is from Ali Perry. And Ali says, hi all, I've been playing with polymer clay again and I've made some pendants to go with your fab Talk necklaces. I've been wanting to get more, but I keep missing out. And that's lots of love from Ali Perry. That's stunning. I'll bring that up a bit. You can see the bottom pieces. They're beautiful, aren't they?
They are, aren't they?
Absolutely beautiful.
I love that sort of wave shape.
Amazing, isn't it?
Almost looks like a smiley face with lips. Gorgeous. I love what you can do. Well done indeed. And the Talk, we did those the other day.
Yes, that's stunning.
They're really popular. Final one for now. Oh gosh, you've been busy. 201. Fancy these. I do. This is from Lynn Evans. Oh, lovely. Hi all at JM. This is my first entry to the Wall of Fame. I've been practicing in readiness for Laura's wire working course tomorrow. I hope you like my first... Oh gosh, were you on yesterday? I hope you like my first attempts at wire weaving. Good luck to everyone from Wednesday's draw, but especially me and my friend Gillian, who's also in the course tomorrow, which was actually yesterday. And we read Gillian's Wall of Fame out yesterday. Gillian's was a seahorse. It was a seahorse, and I popped in to say hello. Oh, so I saw Gillian and I saw Lynn yesterday. Lovely. Well done you. You're on the Wall of Fame today. Hopefully you'll be home in time to see it. Right, 201. We'll pop you all up in the Wall of Fame. Mark and I will be joining the Wall of Fame on Wednesday.
We will. Can't wait for that. It's going to be amazing.
We've got another 5 designs to come up in a minute, and then another 5. So we'll get 10 more Wall of Fames to show you before the end of the day. But for now, I want to remind you we have an amazing amethyst strand coming up. It is delumlicious. It's very, very similar to yesterday's in quality and in colour. Not too dissimilar in cuts. This is a wondrous rectangular cut. Yesterday's was square, today's rectangular. Yesterday's sold out, today's will as well. I'm going to be able to do something just as special with your price point today. So that's to come. We have Labradorite and Ethiopian Opal coming up. Really special. My director Claire's telling me how much she's loving all the schiller coming from the Labradorite right now, so you best tune in for that. Just going to show you how to enter the Wall of Fame, and Mark and I will be back with more kits. And don't forget your summer sale starting at 12 o'clock. We'll see you in a sec.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Get making and good luck!
Did you know that the Jewellery Maker phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping. The fastest way to shop with Jewellery Maker is by going to our website. Just click on the sign up button. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the Watch Live button on the front page. You can also use our Refine tool and narrow down your search. Once you've found an item that you like, just simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day and still only pay 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker. If you're new to Jewellery Maker, simply contact our call centre and we'll send you a tutorial DVD and Get Started booklet, all free of charge.
Get involved with Jewellery Maker by sending the studio a message during our live hours. You can send a text to 60777 and start your message with JM Studio, or alternatively, go to our website and click on Watch the Live Show, simply type your message into the box and press send. Make sure you stay tuned in case your message is read out. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
Oh my goodness gracious me. This is one of the most exciting moments as a television presenter, being able to offer one of the world's most coveted gemstones. But not just one. I've had Tanzanite this morning, and I've brought you pearls, but I'm now about to bring you two gemstones which are famed. Well, one in particular. This gemstone was only unearthed in 2008 from this particular location. It's a gemstone that we first launched in we first bought in 2010 in November time in our sister channel. I launched it on Gems TV, our sister channel, in 2011 in January time, and every piece that we had with this gemstone sold out. Most people know October's birthstone and this variety of it to come from Australia, a Peridot opal you may have heard of from that particular mine. The amazing whites that just have this explosion of greens and blues and neons and pinks and oranges. And then when we found it, we weren't the first people to find it. It was discovered in Ethiopia in 2008, and before 2008, in fact, we didn't even buy it till 2010. So up until 2010. This might sound maybe bad, but what I thought about with Ethiopian opals was runners. I just thought of Olympics, runners, sprint, long distance. I mean, what did you think of when you heard Ethiopia? What did it make you think of sort of before Ethiopian opals were unearthed?
I think it was all the tragedies, wasn't it, from the 80s with sort of the Live Aid and the famine and all the sad stories that we were seeing daily on the news. I think when you talk about Ethiopia, and that's the first thing, that is all the sadness and it wasn't a good time, was it?
No, and isn't it amazing that you've got something now to celebrate? And every time now I think of Ethiopia, I think of the wondrous quality, the outstanding gemstones that come from it. And I'm sorry, runners, but I don't think of you anymore. I just think of Ethiopian opals. I think of the quality that started to come out of the grounds. I think of the hardship actually to mine it and how difficult it is. It's a difficult gemstone to mine. To get to the mine, it's on a ridge almost, and it's sort of halfway, not even halfway down, it's about a quarter of way down the top of this amazing, it's called the Wello mines. The Wello opal comes from the Wegeltena mines, which is in the Wello province in Ethiopia. Sounds a bit of a wiggle and Wello mouthful, but that's where it's from. So the Wegeltena mines in the Wello province in Ethiopia, and they have unearthed the most sensational, on the side of a cliff, opals. I don't know what they were doing there in the first place to find it, but when you see it, you will be amazed where this comes from. The vein is only about 1 to 2 meters in thickness, and you mine into the rocks. In fact, I'll show you a picture. There's the mine. Now, if you can see on the left-hand side, just about, oh gosh, a wee 5 centimeters down, it looks slightly deeper. If we zoom in on that, you will see that that is the mine. Now, there's no JCBs, there's no diggers, there's no other, what other types of diggers are around? I don't know. Can't think of any. I'm not up in those, but that is a pickaxes and shovels that they either made themselves or were given to them by the government to mine this gemstone. And something that's amazing about Ethiopia is that they're trying to keep the money into the country, and I think that's brilliant. A bit like what you're doing with ametrine. You're having to fast it in the country and then offer it. This is that outstanding quality. If you thought Peridot opal was awesome, you will love Ethiopian opals. Very difficult to see. The pin fire that's coming through here to the naked eye is outstanding. You're not really seeing it in the television, but when you get this home, well, in fact, yesterday, if you were watching the Wall of Fame, somebody took a picture with a flash to show how amazing the Ethiopian opal was, because it doesn't really come across on television, and it never will, because it's an actual optical phenomenon. It's not meant to be seen onto the television lighting. Tracy's message and say, I have some of these opals and they are amazing. The colours are fabulous and catch the light beautifully. And they do. You don't need to try to catch the light with it. Now, what you're actually seeing there isn't just opals. This strand on its own is normally around £14.95. That is this price point for this quality of Ethiopian opal. To add in 2 strands that have both just featured on the Wall of Fame, voted 3 years in a row as the #1 favourite gemstone for jewellery makers. Obviously it doesn't mean necessarily that it's yours, but it, on average is voted the #1 gemstone. If I just put this to the side and oh my gosh, this is outstanding. This is the quality you would expect on a highly sort of faceted one-of-a-kind piece, or maybe a bespoke limited edition Jack Christie from our sister channel of only maybe 24. This is really, really outstanding in its schiller. Oh my word! Claire, you were not fibbing when you said they were outstanding. Do you know, honestly, a couple of years ago our nuggets did not look that good in labradorite. You would have the odd one that would have that outstanding schiller every kind of few gems, but now every single one is of that standard. And that's not because our standards were lacking, it's just because our buying power is getting so big that we can afford to get the creme de la creme, in my opinion. So this normally is down to $14.95 on its own. To add 2 strands of some of the finest labradorite I've ever seen in nugget form, are you gonna, is that just the labradorite? Have you added in the opal yet? $17.95 for all of it. Even lower. But that's the price of the opal on its own normally.
First thing I noticed is the size of the labradorite chips, actually. Normally we get quite a lot smaller. These are old school chip size, I always call them.
Yeah, the medium verging on large nuggets.
Yeah.
You get 2 strands of those ones you're talking about. It's the same strand, they're 88 centimetres, so you're actually getting an extra sort of 4 centimetres. Sometimes we regularly do the 85 or 84 centimetre strand. 88 is the biggest strand I think we've done, and a doubler, isn't it? 88 centimetres. I don't recall ever presenting an 89 centimetre one. And 85 centimetres for Ethiopian opals. That's giving you 2x1 to 6x1 in the Ethiopian, up to 10x1 mil. That's the same size, 10 mil is what those pearls were. So they're really sizable nuggets. So essentially, it's try the Ethiopian opal at its normal price of $14.95 and get 2 labradorites for free, or get yourself the 2 labradorites at £7.50 odd each and get an Ethiopian for free, or get them for £5 each, less than £5 each. Either way, I'm happy. Mark, are you happy, bunny?
That's a brilliant price. That's the labradorite for me, I think, without a doubt. I keep the Ethiopian opal separate and do a really special piece with it. Just to be able to do multiple stranded pieces with the labradorite because of its size. Yeah. More than anything, I think it's brilliant. And Tanzanite and labradorite is one of our viewers actually messaged in the studio and said what an amazing combination it was, and it's perfect because you get the blues picking up from the labradorite with the Tanzanite next to it. It's an incredible combination. I'm really grateful that the viewer phoned in and let us know. It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's great to hear from you, and if you've got any suggestions, if there's anything I've got in the studio that you think, oh, that would look great with it, let me know. Let me put it next to it. Everybody, I'm here as a, yes, I'm a jewellery accredited professional, but I'm here as your presenter, I'm here as your friend, I'm here to have fun, but ultimately get you what you want at the price you want it at. So if you don't tell me, then I don't know, so I can only guess. And guessing is great, but wouldn't it be better to know? Exactly. I've got Dremel time. Dremel time. Dremel time. Pass it to you. You need to know. No, Mark's not. Dremel time.
Not actually sure what you're doing. The hand thing.
Doing like a
that box thing.
Yeah. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
Dremel time. Last time this was on, they flew out the door. Didn't we have Karen Crawford on, if my memory serves me correctly? Oh, forget this tool is amazing. And you get, oh my gosh, look at the picture in the back. This is something, it's a Celtic knot. Let me show you this. These are the Dremel Versa tips that you get. This is fabulous. Now, many guest designers I speak to, they actually have more than one Dremel, and the reason being so is because, well, one of the ladies, her husband tends to take it quite a lot and use it a lot of the time, so she can never find it half the time, so she wanted 2 Dremels. But also, it was Sammy. Forgive me, it wasn't Karen Crawford, please forgive me, it was our gorgeous Sammy. she loves this one, particularly because you don't have the weight of a cord attached to plug it in. So it's not going to pull it down. It's not got that. Let me get it out for you. You get your Versa tips. You get 4 different tips here. Let me show you actually. And it's quite easy to demonstrate the different styles that the tips can do and can perform for you. With the different sections in there. Of course, great for carving onto wood. But whether you do it on perspex, whether gosh, goodness me, I did it on a pumpkin. Soldering, melting, hot cutting, welding, wood burning. There are so many different techniques. Pyrography in there. It's all going on. Can I get it out? Please, please, pretty please. It might all be in its packet, but either way, I want to get in. Now, we have got reviews coming through. Now, you get the Dremel box as well. This is great. This for me, I think this would be a great gift for a present. Look at that. Dremel. You've got a very good tool, having a great time creating with this. I love the Dremel, particularly the Versa tip. Versa tip as in you have lots of different tips. You can even do circuits with this. You know, electric circuits, yeah. Have a wee look at the pictures on here, just as an idea of what you might use your Versa tip for, as well as obviously jewellery making and engraving it and writing your names on there as well. A variety of languages it's written in as well. But let me just pop this down and get into the box. Now, you do have, Dremel, a fantastic casing. There's so much in here. But you will love, love, love this. Sammy's got 2, hasn't she? She swears by it. So you've got a lock on there as well. You've got your safety lock. You would fill it the same way as you would, if my memory is correct, with, is it lighter fuel? I'm thinking, but it will, all the instructions will be on the back. It's got direct pressure butane. It does say read the instructions before using and definitely keep away from children. It's a super tool. I didn't have to put anything in mine when I got it because it was all ready to go, because it was already in, it was a Jewellery Maker one. As I say, last time we got this, they flew out the door. All your bits and bobs are inside the box. Sorry. All your bits and bobs are inside the box. It shows you on this, when you get it, how the lock works on the front. And you have the 3 different types for your flame as well. But you also get the 4 tips as well. You don't need to get those separately. Code-wise, they're number 204 for your Versa tips. If maybe you have some other tips at home, you just want to make sure you don't get the same ones. They are code 204. There's everything that you get in the box. But as I say, when Sammy had this, we actually used, do we use it on the show, or just Sammy just playing with it, showing how she would use it? I know Hannah used it, guest designer was working, Sammy was working with Hannah, and presenter Hannah actually wrote her name on a bangle, a wooden bangle somewhere. She it's somewhere under, it might be under the desk, I'm not sure where it was, but Hannah was working on it, and it was really, really nice actually. There was a pattern throughout it. You do get your complete Dremel.com is on the back, is the website, but you get your complete manual. I know many, this is with no disrespect, but I know many people don't tend to read the manuals, in particular gents. I mean, do you ever read manuals on anything?
Never.
Mark? Never.
And then I get really cross when it goes wrong.
Yeah, it's like my friend, they've got a coffee machine and they can't, oh, sorry, it's a espresso machine, and they don't understand why the steam button flashes red. I was like, why don't you read the instructions? They're like, nope. Not reading this. Okay, break your machine then. Wes, do you read instructions? No. Well, there's instructions there, ladies, should you wish to read them. You probably wouldn't need them. For the price, for the tool, you are looking at a set price of, that's the same, is that the same price that we launched it at? Always been, and probably always will be, never say never, but I expect always will be $49.95. It's the same price as we had it last time. It flew out the door. Of course, please do check back to the Dremel show we had with Sammy and have a look at it being used. You can see it in action, but all the information on it is within it. It's got a great support website, Dremel.com, on there as well. Shows you actually here working with it. In fact, is that the same? Is that the 2000? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Have a look at that. Showing you, I believe, soldering that piece back together in that picture. I don't know if you can see it, it's a bit shiny. but I believe that's the Dremel 2000 that sold.
So if you were doing chainmail, then you could solder your jump rings closed, I'm assuming.
I believe so, yes.
Wow.
I believe you can.
Be fantastic just for that, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're going to give it a try. It would be, if you've been interested in it, put it this way, Sammy says it's the best thing she's ever had. So carving, grinding, cleaning, cutting, sanding and and mandrels. Different things on there. There's plenty on there. If you want more information on it, please do have a wee look on the website. Have a look at Dremel.com. It's a Dremel 2000 and it'll have more in detail description on that if you want any specific facts. If there's anything I can answer, do message in and I'll read through the manual for you just to check. But we love it. And I imagine there'll be a guarantee on there as well. But I can check that for you. Right, star buy time. Sorry, I'm loving the Dremel. We have had so many messages about this. You are so beady-eyed there at Jewellery Maker. You can see from a distance. I know many of you tend to have a look at what's on my table and have a wee fan. It's hard actually to present, not just stop and look at things. But many of you have had your eye on these and been asking when they're coming up. And these are your star buy for now, so we're actually going to do them just now. A stunning, stunning collection. You have yourself a great mix. This has all been rainbow coated, so if you think of what always makes me think of bubbles, you know, when you're doing your washing up and you have bubbles and they catch the light, like the sort of colours of rainbows that you see in your bubbles. That's for me the sort of rainbow coating. Or if you ever get pearlescent paint, that sort of pearlescence that you see, you have on every single one of these. They're all different colours, as you can see. Similar between the orange and yellow, but there's slight warmth coming through in there as well. Lots and lots of you getting involved already. Sorry, it was beautifully set up by our Amelia, but if you heard a bang earlier, it was me knocking this over. I mean, just like that, I mean, that would be quite incredible, wouldn't it? You have blue, blush, fuchsia, orange, purple, and yellow in here. Again, they're all lengthwise of approximately 38 centimetres. We tend to have that as your average length unless we specify otherwise. If you need to know, always ask if there's something that I haven't covered. It may just be that I'm excited about the strand. It may be that something else has caught my eye. But always do. If there's information that would help you in deciding and making your mind up, please do contact us regarding that. Let me just have a look at this. Right, so, gosh, it's taken me a while to undo them all, but you can have a look at them here while I'm still undoing them. What you have here, I probably won't have time to unravel them, the amount you're allocating them already. So, have you got a favourite colour already in this collection? I've got mine. Straight away. What do you think? Amazing, amazing. Is it Jewellery Maker to a T? I think so. I think it... Is there a symbol or a sign? It's like the colours of the rainbow. It's called rainbow coated because it's got a rainbow of coating, a variety of colour coating on each one, but they still have their predominant body colour. And they are all shell, so they've got this perfect symmetry and perfectly round. But they also have, I don't know if it's actually coming quite apparent in the blue. You can actually see, especially in this one, can you see the shimmer of the blue coming through? You know, the natural shell underneath? That shimmer, especially in that one there. It's a little bit like white moonstone, isn't it? That white glow. So they've all got it, but just on the camera it seems a little bit more apparent in the blue. So my favourite is this peachy corally one. Is that your favourite too, Claire? Director Claire's favourites. What's yours? The blue, Kimbo. Oh, Dion will be after you for that one. Mark, have you got a favourite colour of these? The blue again?
Yeah.
Wes, favourite colour in here?
I like the mustardy.
The mustardy one, is that the top one? Kind of goldy mustard, that is quite lovely. That with the blue, you think? Let's get that in there. Whoa, fantastic. Oh, that for me, it's like a corally colour. It is similar to Sheila's lipstick yesterday. I was admiring. It's lovely. I probably thought, why was I staring at it all day? I was admiring her lipstick. Price point wise, you get 6 strands. They're all 6mm round. What can I do for you today? £17.95 for 6 strands. £2.99 each for genuine shell. That for me is a treat and a half. Oh, they all work together, but quite easily separately too. I mean, for example, this one, Mark, would you like it with the challenge that you've got that strand? Would that help with the nuggets to have perfectly round in there, or no?
Or I'd put the neon apatite from the challenge with the pink, that sort of cerise fuchsia colour. I think that would work really well together, those two. They're beautiful, aren't they? On the front, I don't know if you have them to your side anymore, but the DVD bundle we had earlier, there's the wedding macrame DVD.
Yes.
And there's a triple wired cuff type bracelet that's on the front cover, and that sort of design with any of that colour range would just look amazing. Beautiful.
That sounds like a plan. Yeah. So if you manage to get that DVD that we had earlier, maybe to add into the same order, these would go quite far and they go quite a long way, and of course you've got massively, and you've got a DVD with support as well. Yeah, so you could, for that type of bracelet you'd use 2/3 of a strand, so you could then make earrings or use them for something else as well. And those type of bracelets I sell on my store for £20. Oh gosh! So it's just one strand. Obviously you'd have to have the wire and the findings to finish it off, but that's fantastic with those colours as well. And the colour wires we've got, I mean, you could just go mad, couldn't you? I mean, the chartreuse green, which is your favourite, isn't it? Yeah. With that blue, I just think would look beautiful together. We had the chartreuse on yesterday in 0.6mm actually, and a pink with pink. And did you get the watermelon colour pink? And yesterday that bundle was brilliant that you had on, Kim. Fruit Burst, that's what it was called. It was really, you had chartreuse wired, baby pink and fuchsia pink wires, all 0.6mm, with the nuggets and the pink and green. They were gorgeous. What you need, yeah. So if you picked up that wire bundle with this bundle here, that'd be fantastic. If you missed out on it, how about Zari threads? These have been our top sellers of late. I've not had this selection of colour though. I've had more of the icy blue, mermaidial blue and silvers I had a bit of red yesterday. This is a gorgeous coppery orange. This makes me think of Bollywood, this one. Lovely. This makes me think of a pink champagne. I had a pink champagne ice cream the other day. I don't like alcohol, nice. But it was lovely. It was a raspberry pink champagne ice lolly. It was really quite nice. And the coating of it was this colour. They'd put some coating on top of the chocolate. It was really quite lovely. And then the lemons in there. This colour looks beautiful with navy. I don't know if you've ever tried it, but it's lovely. It's something I wouldn't have tried unless I was actually in West Side Story, the musical, and I was playing one of the Jets, and I was American in the cast. I was to wear yellow, and I'd never really worn lemony yellow before, and I wore it, and oh my gosh, the amount of compliments I had and wearing lemon. I thought I need to wear this more often. It was really, really, really popular. And now it's one of my favourite colours to wear, the lovely soft lemons, and again with navy blues, I think great. Obviously they work with these two as well, but if you've got anything else at home you might want to... Is that a navy there? No, that's more of a purple, but if you could see those two together, I don't know if you see what I'm meaning, it's more of a darky navy purple, but that's coming up later, leatherettes. But for these three, very summery. They've got a pearlescence in the lemon. The pink and the orange are more just shimmering pink and orange, but the lemon has a pearlescence to it, a little bit like the rainbow pearlescence in these shell pearl you've just seen. So, or shell, sorry, not shell pearl, forgive me, shell. Are you ready? 375 metres, 3 different reels. I'm not going to pretend I kind of thought that might be coming, because yesterday Kim did a Zari thread bundle and she went down to the cheeky price of £6.95, and I thought she's only going to, could you imagine she did it again? Super Saturday though, you've got to do it. Oh, do you know what look lovely with this? Peridot nuggets. If only I had these coming up. Oh, I do. They're massive as well. They are huge. I don't know what's going on with our nuggets. They're getting bigger and bigger. Not that I'm complaining. Pearls. With only 66 in stock. Should we do those now? Treat yourself to the Zari threads as and when you can. Might be nice for wedding favours. The final 66 pearls. These usually sell in their hundreds when they're, as in sell out in hundreds. They're so popular. They're jam-packed on, this strand doesn't move very much, and it's because they're so stacked on there. Oh. Finish the outfit, don't they, pearls? I think every lady deserves pearls. What style of pearls, that's your choice. What way you wear them. Whether you just want one single pearl, whether you want something beautiful like my bracelet Mark's made. But whether you want to make it 21st century and like one of the gorgeous, oh gosh, there's a lady that I know, she's the wife of the secretary of my Rotary Club, and she wears a labradorite pendant with her pearls. She's got a little clip, a sterling silver clip, which I've asked if we can get here. Oh, sorry, forgive me. And it clips a labradorite, I think it's a pear shape, my memory serves me correctly. Just clips onto her pearls. And then she takes it off if she just wants to wear the pearls on their own. Or she'll clip on the labradorite. Stunning, really lovely. And sort of stylish with your pearls. I remember when pearls used to have sort of 3 strands of pearls and a big sort of cameo in the middle. Do you remember? Love it. So, 7 by 6 millimeter, is that an everyday wear size? Everyday wear size? Everyday size to wear? There we go. Do you think? Not too over the top? Not that pearls can really be over the top. We love pearls. But a perfect everyday strand for £15. You pay that for 4 pearls. Should be price. Are you giving us a hint of what we might be seeing in the sale at 12 o'clock, Kimbo? Thank you, Claire. She says it finishes off my dress director, Claire. Dibs, that mean I can have them? Can you dibs the dress? Oh! You two are trying to distract me and it worked. I love that, yep. £8, oh, well there you go. All of a sudden they make me sit differently. This sounds ridiculous, isn't it? I was sitting at home and thinking, what do you mean sit differently? Get your pearls, put them around your neck, look at them in the mirror, and all of a sudden you'll sit up nice and I feel like I have to sit properly now. I'm not going to slouch over the table. I've got my pearls on. Oh gosh, get yourself some pearls, £8.95. If you've never tried jewellery making, why not give it a go? It's not got a clasp on it. All you need to do is put one on it. And the worst comes to worst, go on our Facebook page, Jewellery Maker, and find someone who will put a clasp on it if you've never done it before, because I imagine it'll still be less than what it would cost in the high street to get some faux pearls. Get yourself genuine pearls, you get an authenticity certificate at that price point. No wonder they sell in the hundreds. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Lovely to see you. There's enough there in that size for you to actually get yourself at price point wise, enough to get more than one strand and get a complete set for under the original price of £15. You'll still have some pearls left over. Maybe you got some inspiration from Mark's first design, first kit. Maybe some of the pearl earrings with the single pearls you want to copy, maybe the bracelet style design and the flower length that he showed to you. And if you missed that, you can always look back later on YouTube. That's not a problem. I was watching back yesterday on YouTube as well, last night when I got home. With Tanzanite, just reminding me of yesterday's Tanzanite Wall of Fame design that I saw that came through, which was lovely. A few nuggets of Tanzanite, a pearl, a few nuggets of Tanzanite, a pearl. So if my memory serves me correctly, it had a rosary style link design in between. That might even be on our Facebook page, I imagine. Usually our Wall of Fame designs go up there, so please do have a wee check out if you need some inspiration. But that, oh gosh, even if you did a couple of layers of Tanzanite and a strand of pearl, I mean, that would be really decadent, but why not? You can do it if you wish. Oh, love it. Right, should we just recap this Tanzanite for anyone who's just missed it? Now, normally I wouldn't do this because the price points are usually quite different, but I believe they might be quite similar today, so I want to show you this Tanzanite with this. What do you think, colour-wise?
That's perfect.
Do you think?
I love that. I love that colour.
If that wasn't sitting on my tea bar, and there's my favourite colour, peachy pink, I don't think I would have picked it up and put it next to the Tanzanite because I wouldn't have seen them together, but seeing them together next to each other, I love that. That makes me think of Chanel. other designers are available, like Christian Dior and Gucci. I couldn't think of anything either. Thanks, Kim, helping us out there. This flew out the door earlier this morning. I had 500 in stock though, so you are in luck today. You are available, or they are available to get the purples just flashing out of this. This is fantastic for such a pleochroic gem. It is not one you want to miss out on. So in love with Tanzanite. We do have silver findings coming up with over 50 in baskets. And bear in mind, as I say, there were 500 originally this morning. MISF71. Do put the code down. Do have a look elsewhere. I always think it's a great idea to see what you could be paying elsewhere for genuine gems, even if you could find them elsewhere, and then make your mind up. I think it's a brilliant idea. It's always great to do your research. Of course, I try and do it for you, but it's always great to see with your own naked eye and with your own first-hand knowledge. It's not the price Tanzanite should be. If I was to price Tanzanite knowing on its history, how often I've presented it, how coveted it is, how many people ask for it, I know that it's going to be a very special piece, whether you wanted to pass it down the family as a family heirloom. It is one of those, I know it's only $9.95, but it is that calibre of gemstone that you would, well, I'd be delighted to have it. With the Ethiopian opals that we just had, for me that would be a dream come true, to have the rarity and collectability of those two together.
As you pointed out from the viewer, the labradorite and Tanzanite are just, I love that combination. It's really nice.
So special. And just to remind you, many people say to me, Ali, when's the best time to get Tanzanite? When should I get it? And my advice to you would be, if I was you, 9 years ago, when Tanzanite first came to the UK, was the best time to get Tanzanite. Now, grab it when you see it. There's nothing else coming out of the ground. That's not to say, and a lot of people confuse that with, and quite rightly so, with there isn't any to sell. There is Tanzanite to buy, there is Tanzanite to sell. But when something isn't available anymore, it's like if you, gosh, it's like the old times when things used to be rationed. When you know there's not going to be any milk, everybody goes and buys loads of milk and loads of bread, and then the supermarkets have none left, the stores have none left, and then all of a sudden you can have milk and bread again, and then it's like, oh right, it's fine, I don't need to buy the whole. Like with petrol, the same. The minute you think, oh gosh, petrol station might be shut, everybody goes gets their petrol at the same time, there's no petrol there, or if there's going to be a striker for whatever reason, then it's limited, it's really hard to get. With this, it's not coming out of the ground. You can get it, but because it can't come out of the ground at this moment in time, and possibly never will again, that means people can put the price up because they know it's in demand. Now you look at this and you think to yourself, look back on the prices we've charged in Tanzanite, look at the prices on the website, have we done that? And bearing in mind there would be nothing wrong if we had, because for us to buy it, it's gone up. But do you feel that price, and this is how I would look at it, if I didn't work here, I would, and I still do look at it, but I want to think in my head, and this is what I would recommend to my friends and family as I do you, would I be happy knowing that this doesn't come out the ground anymore? The likelihood of it coming out of the ground again is so far and few between. If it does come out of the ground, it's going to be even higher in price because they're looking to charge between $1,000 and $2,000 per carat of AA grade Tanzanite if they go down and mine further. The reason the mine shut was because they had nothing else coming out of the ground at the level they were mining at, was about 800 metres down. They then need to dig further to about 1,000 metres in the hope that they find more Tanzanite, but it's not guaranteed that they will. That's just a hope. That's just with gemologists and geologists working together to find out where the next vein might possibly be. At that, with all of the research that needs to go into that, the mining that needs to go into that, the digging that needs to go into that, if you find nothing, the rest of Tanzanite will go up in price as well, because of course that's all that's left, and it'll be even rarer because they've gone to that pocket and nothing's come out. So just bear in mind, Tanzanite, if it's not for you, don't get it, but it's something that I would get, and I would pass it down the family in generations. Right. Had a lot of people message for Eslon today. Sorry, Mark.
I always imagine that
we're going to do it for you now.
I always imagine if you could time travel 200 years into the future and watch a program like the Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah.
Because we're never, in our lifetime, we're not going to see Tanzanite featuring on the Antiques Roadshow because it's a recent acquisition. But 200 years down the line, when the Tanzanite heirloom jewellery starts being shown on the show and valuations come through, I think it'll be so interesting to find out for 200 years from now what happened with Tanzanite and the story of it. I think it would be incredible.
See if Dickinson is still on it.
Yeah.
But as you say, it would, if only we could see into the future. But
it'd be amazing.
Just being able to look back 10 years and seeing the demand for it now and knowing we said to you it's going to run out within the next 5 to 10 years, it actually has run out within that time, that 10 years it ran out. So as in the mining of it.
That's amazing.
So it is, as you say, really special. So if you can get it, go for it. I'm going to bring you this kit now because the graphics are in for it. We talked about Essilon threads earlier. White Essilon is so hugely popular, it's unreal. We never have enough of it. It's the only way you can get these colours is if with this kit, which is perfect because it all matches. I've got a strand to match each Essilon. How uncanny is that? It's almost like Pip planned it. So you've got pearls, lapis lazuli, more pearls, and rose quartz. Now just that alone, I'm really, really, really excited about. There's graduation, only slight, but there's graduation in your lapis lazuli. I'll just see if I can find the information on that. 75 carats graduated from 4mm to 6mm. So only a 2mm graduation, but it's still a graduation, which therefore as a jewellery maker can allow you into different styles or different ways of working with the strand, can't it?
I use the whole strand on one piece purely because of its graduation. So no, I was really pleased with that strand.
Oh,
it's perfect.
And then finish it off with the rose quartz. So 2 strands of genuine pearls. Of course, you can see these have been dyed to give you that wonderful peacocky, not peacocky blue, tealy blue. You've got the teal. Sorry, there's a St Mirren player who used to play for us called Teal, and used to be a song, and it just popped into my head. I will refrain from singing it to you. Teal, there's the pink, there's the navy blue, and then there's the white in there as well. Essilon threads fly out the door. They are loved, and the fact that you have the matching strand, I mean, I don't think we could have got a better match for the gemstones, the strands. You've got a mixture of luxury, sorry, I meant to say luster, but you have got luxury, clarity in the rose quartz, which you don't get in any of the others. You're looking at that opaque white and the teal, and then you get yourself that beauty of lapis lazuli with the flashes and flecks of gold coming through from the pyrite that's naturally within the stone. You've got a mixture of sort of similar sizes, 4 by 6mm on the lapis lazuli. The rose quartz, I imagine, is probably about a 6mm. I'm just going to have a look for you there on the information on that. It's a 6mm, it's 80 carats, and then you have yourself the teal and the pearl, which are and the white pearl, 9 by 8mm for the teal and 7 by 6mm for the white. So you've got yourself a lovely sort of similar size, but there's still a mixture in there as well. So they will work great together, but also you have got a little bit of a variant. You've got your monofilament beading thread and elastic. The monofilament and elastic are clear, and then you've got a colour within your beading thread. It's actually quite a lovely colour, coppery colour.
I used it with the kumihimo braiding on the end there with the blue and the white Essilon.
Oh gosh, so you did?
It looks beautiful. We'll have a look at that.
Oh yeah. And then just finally for this kit, as if we want to give you more, we are going to, you are getting yourself a Findings Kumihimo style pack with the different sort of bell end caps, and then the 4 different S-hook lobster, that's 2 different styles of clasps. S-hooks with the extender chain and the ribbon cord endings, that's the word I was looking for. The bells are quite fancy actually, they're detailed. They remind me of, this is going to sound funny probably, but when I was younger, I used to be fascinated with the local, if we went for Sunday lunch now again, the local pub had like a copper fireplace that's sort of hammered, and it had this lovely effect, and I used to love sitting next to it, not just because of the fire, but I love looking at the copper and the light, the flames catching it and it flickering, and this has got a sort of similar indentation to what I remember to that fireplace with that sort of copper, the indentations that you see there. It's much fancier maybe than a kind of fireplace, but it reminds me of being young and looking at that, enjoying the light catching off it, which makes me think that the luster from this is going to look fab. So you get 2 of them in that size, 2 of the next size along, and then 4 of the 2 sizes after that. So all of this, 15 pieces in your macrame knot kit, or macrame kit, is it? So all of the 4 gem strands and the 4 S-long cords, which are some of our most popular colours. The gems match the cords, then you get the beading thread, and you want to go to £29.95 with already half the quantity already allocated. Brilliant. Great to see you today. As I say, that quantity is already started to be allocated. It should be just £44 if you were to add all the individual components together. Seaside Escape, this is called. So XNGC09, quantity-wise, we're looking just, well, shy of 50 now, but please don't, if you're watching on the television, don't rely on the on-screen quantity, because of course lots of people are coming in very quickly and it takes a minute between the phone call and the checking out on the website to register. So it will go as quick as possible, but it'll never be 100% accurate, I don't feel. And on the web you don't get to see that quantity, so we're just coming up for under 30 now of this very, very popular kit. Seaside Escape. Now Mark, I know this necklace in particular took you over an hour.
7 hours.
Sorry, over a day to make, sorry.
Yeah,
I was going to say an hour. A whole day for me. I mean, jewellery making, how often is it you can sit for 7 solid hours and make something like that? Did you split the hours up different days, or did you do it all in one day?
All in one sitting with copious amounts of tea.
That's 7 hour sitting.
Yeah, well, I had to design it first.
Yep, of course.
And this is the Cavendoli knotting, which features on Projects DVD, I think it is. But I had to design how I would change the angle, because I can go down one side, but then designing and changing it so the angle goes up in reverse, and it was tricky to design, but I'm thrilled with how it turned out. I'm really pleased with it.
You should.
So I may have to ask to keep that back for a workshop.
Quick, dibs it.
We do it for a workshop.
Dibs.
So dibs.
Dibs marks. You dibsed it first. I've got a few left at 29. I mean, how much, knowing the work that you've gone in has gone into that,
I don't know.
Is it even possible to sort of guess it? I mean, or is it something that you think I just wouldn't sell?
No,
it?
I don't think I would. I'd just keep it as on the desk. And I mean, there's a lot of pearls involved in that as well.
There is.
And no, I'm absolutely thrilled with it. And the piece to the left, the pink piece as well, that took a long time. That's the thing with Estlon and macrame, it's quite time consuming. So if you are selling this type of jewellery on, just make sure you put your labour into things.
Yeah, always add in your working, even though you might be thinking, oh, I only got it for £29.95. Doesn't mean you have to sell it below what your working would incorporate. Because bear in mind, you have got a lot of work in there, and the price point you've managed to work to get at, I think, is brilliant. I think you've done a lot of work in that as well. Kimbo in particular, right? £29.95. Now you've already set up. Now we've got the green Estlon that's not in this kit.
Purely because I didn't want
to open up a new one.
Yeah, so a viewer can have the kit. So I've just gone for a different colour in it, and I've used a thicker one as well, of which you get 2 thicker gauges of the Estlon,
the white and the white and the navy are
really
slightly
nice.
thicker. I didn't even tell you that. Forgive me for that. You get 0.9 for the navy blue and 0.9 for the white. 32 metres of each. And it's 70 metres of the other two,
That's
which
amazing.
I'm guessing are 0.4, but my information's just nipped off there.
I really think, when we were talking earlier about the award ceremony at Christmas, I really think Estlon's going to be Product of the Year this year. I've got a sneaky suspicion.
You're between that and then the silver...
Yes.
What's it called? Why is it going out of my head? Flew out the door. Tarnished paper.
Tarnished paper, yeah. So no, it'll be interesting this year. So what I thought I'd quickly show you is the beginning of the pink drop there, which you could actually...
This thing was quite oriental.
And if you don't incorporate beads with it, you could make really nice bookmarks.
Oh yeah,
so, but it's quite an intricate beginning. Once you get that beginning sorted, it's really good.
It's like a lovely sort of triangular point.
Yeah, that's right. So what I've done, I've taken 3 pieces of the Estlon, about 6 foot long. You'd need a lot of Estlon for this. And I've doubled it up, as you can see at the back, and I've just popped it through my board at the top, all 6 through one slot. And then separate your 6 cords 1 slot apart at the bottom of the board, okay? And this is where your T-pins are invaluable for this technique. So I'm not sure whether we have any on the website, but if you see T-pins on the show, snap them up, because you can't do this technique without them. Yeah,
I missed out T-pins, so I end up using the little tack pins that you tack things up on a cord board. That's all I add.
Yeah, so these are invaluable. That's why we do gush about T-pins a lot, but for a technique like this you do need them. So what we're going to do, we separated the 6 cords, and we're going to pop a pin in between cord 1 and 2. Okay? And then we're going to lift the cord from the bottom. We're just going to drape it across into one of the slots on the right hand side. Okay, now to do the knot it's just one knot we're going to use, and that's the double half hitch.
Ooh.
Okay, so the half hitch, take your next cord, take it over the top of your horizontal cord and pass it through. So that's half hitch. So for double half hitch, we do it again. So over and back through. Okay, so that's the first cord. Then we take the second and we do the same. So over and through, over and through. Then we do the same with the other 3 cords. So I'll quickly whiz through that. As I said, this is the Cavendoli technique, which I'm sure it's on Macrame Projects. I'm sure it's on there. Lucy and I do it.
Let me have a look. Is that one we had earlier?
I think so.
The DVDs?
No, I don't think it is actually.
No, I've got the bridal one. I don't have that, otherwise I would have checked the back of it for you. Ooh.
Okay. So that's now, if I drop down the cord that we took out on the right hand side, you can see that all of the cords now, you can see there's a nice neat row of stitches along the top. Okay. So what we're going to do next is we're going to pop in another pin underneath that last knot. And what you would do then is you would take that cord, so it's going to be the same cord, it's going to do the undulating from side to side, and we're just going to take it across, undulate, across, and we do exactly the same. So you take from the, you always work from the inside out as well. So you take the cord on the outside, over and under, sorry. So that's your half, and then you do double half. Okay, so you do that all the way along until you get to the other end. Okay, can I quickly do that? Have I got time to quickly do that? And I can show you how we.
I'll just point out the Tanzanite if you've just tuned in, because the Tanzanite we have for you here, spinning around, hotter than Kylie Minogue in her gold hot pants. There is the purple flashes that you dream of seeing in Tanzanite. And now and again, these lovely pinks catching the light too. There's a soft baby pink coming through at the bottom there. These Tanzanites on an 86 centimetre length, 6 by 1 mil is the largest Tanzanite, and they go from 2 by 1 millimetre. You are getting yourself 80 carats of totally genuine Tanzanite for down to just £9.95. We had 500 in stock. It launched earlier this morning with myself and the wonderful Mark. It has flown out the door. We have over, how many is it? Oh gosh. With just shy of 100 in baskets, we have 200 available, or just shy of, compared to what we started with at 500 only about an hour or so ago. So bear that in mind if you are just tuning in. I appreciate it's a Saturday and there's so many things you can do on a Saturday, which is amazing. You've even taken the time to tune in. I know many of you, as I say, tune in just to see Mark, and it's great to have him on the show today. So please remember, if you see something you like, even if you don't know if you're fully going to go for it or not, but you quite like it and you think, I might, if I open an order, I might go for it, I would always advise you to jot down the code just so you've got it to hand, because Tanzanite wise, well, in all fairness, there's nothing else Tanzanite wise on the show, our show this morning, so it would be the only one the contact centre could offer you. But just to make sure you get exactly what you want, I always think it's best to write down the code. Go for it or not go for it, that's completely your entitlement. So you've done all the way along.
So I've gone all the way along and all the way back again. Now, if we wanted to incorporate beads, we would have a bizarre shape, because we started off with a thin section at the top and we want to go out. So what we need to incorporate more strands. Okay, so the way we do this is we make sure whenever you finish a row, pop a pin in just to keep it nice and secure. Okay, so we're going to take that 6th cord out, place it at the bottom, and then all we're going to do is we're going to take another piece of Eslon. Okay,
and
again,
keep that with
similar
the same
length of length. Okay, and all we're going to do is we're going to place it underneath the row we've just finished. Okay, and then we're going to do exactly the same using those 6 pieces, back and forward, and then once you've done that, we drape these 2 and we pop that behind the, so imagine that I've done that 2nd row, so we'll do another row and then incorporate another piece of cord. So all you do, every time you add another piece of cord, you're getting a triangle forming. And once it's at the width, you can then start adding beads. So I started off with 6 threads and ended up with 12.
Right.
Okay. So if you look at the, if I can have the pendant over, I'll quickly talk you through it.
Yeah, that's fab.
If I put it on the board like so. Okay, so with the pendant here, I've started off with the 6 and I've gradually added threads till I've got the 12. And then to pop in the beads, I've separated those 12 threads into groups of 3 and each of those sets of 3, the middle one was the lazy, so it's just macrame. So we're doing the cavendoli knotting, then macrame, back to cavendoli knotting, and all I've done is I've just altered how many knots I did in between to get that really nice pattern.
Now just to check, here you added an extra
3 times.
threads.
Yep.
Here you don't.
No, you just continue.
One length of cavendoli one way, one length the other way, and then continue doing your bead section.
So if you wanted a row of 5 beads, you'd have to add another set of cords.
Right.
So always bear in mind, and you'd need to do them in groups of 3. So obviously you had 12, then 15, then 18.
So if you have 4 gems, you need 12 cords.
Yep,
if you want 5 gems, you need 14 cords.
15
cords.
So 3
extra
for each. That's right. That's right.
Okay.
So I would go up in group of 6. So start off with 6, 12, 18, and then obviously you need to depend on the size of bead you're going to use as well.
So for example, if somebody wanted something really quite big,
you'd have to add a lot
you
of
would have,
Absolutely,
and
maybe
again,
24, 30.
Quick question,
like
with this, could you add different colours of threads?
You can
and
do
if
whatever
so,
you like.
when would you do that?
Well, every time you add a cord, you can drop a cord in.
So
if you wanted vertical stripes, you'd decide at the beginning, you'd start off with 4 of white, 2 of green, something like that. So it's all about playing around and designing.
I'm just thinking, for somebody who might think that's brilliant, I don't have that much of that colour left.
Perfect.
If I've got another colour, or incorporate it, and you can still make that design.
And then just add, every time you add another cord, just use a different colour, and that's the sort of outcome you get. I mean, you could continue that whole design into a bracelet or all sorts. But I stopped there because I ran out of time. But
I want a really big one. I want a table runner.
You can do that. Well, exactly. Yeah, you could do that. You could do that.
Love it. Mark, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
We love that. If you have any questions, obviously please do get them to us. Don't be afraid, text them in 60777. There's the text number there for us. And JM Studio at the start of your text as always. And just again, your normal network charges will apply whatever your text rate would be. For me, it wouldn't be a Jewellery Maker day if I wasn't bringing you sterling silver. And if I'm bringing you Ethiopian opals, labradorite, Tanzanite, pearls, and the beauty that's still to come of our amethyst, it wouldn't be right for me to offer all of these treats and not offer what I personally feel is one of the perfect styles and precious metals to go with it, which is sterling silver findings. We've offered copper-based findings with silver plating earlier today. We've offered a selection of different findings throughout the past, 5 years. You might have some in your stash, you might not need any, you might have some to hand. But this is something for me personally that I really, really struggle with. I bought my pearls, as I said, for my mother for my brother's wedding in August last year, and it took me till May to be, no, not even May, it was after May, to be able to get a findings pack, and I managed to get them from our, I joined in one of the ladies' workshops, and I managed to get them from our in-store shop, because they sell out every time, and I hadn't had a chance to get them, because being on the show, I'm not allowed to join in while I'm on the show, which is really quite devastating, and I couldn't ask my mum to get involved, because she was the one I was making it for, so I didn't want her to know. Wanted it to be a wee surprise. So for the sterling silver, I know how difficult it is to get a hold of them. You might think, well, he had someone yesterday. I did, and he flew out the door. The allocation we had yesterday completely sold out. This is what I've got for today, and once it sells out again, that's it for the day. So just to mind, you have a collection of crimps, you have jump rings, you have crimp covers, and sterling silver. It might sound funny, because if you're new to Jewellery Maker, you might think, oh, should I maybe practice with copper-based findings and then go into the silver? I genuinely find the silver easier to work with than the copper-based findings. I find them very malleable. You have to be quite gentle if you've been using the crimp covers in copper, because the silver ones are a lot more malleable, so therefore they will close quite quickly, and you just want to bear that in mind. If you ever go to close a sterling silver one after closing a copper one, you would use a different amount of strength, and very little actually. Sterling silver I adore, purely because I'm not allergic to it. I'm allergic to some base metals. Sterling silver is fine, I can wear it no problem. My hands don't go green, it don't get itchy ears, it's perfect. Sterling silver you have here, this has got a clasp on it, a bolt ring clasp, as well as a little stamp here, and the stamp on it, try and read what it says actually without getting my hair in the way. It says 925. Now the reason I'm inspecting that, you might think, well, it probably wouldn't have just said that. Sometimes our stamps say TGGC, which stand for the Genuine Gemstone Company, which is who we are part of. But this one is a 925 sterling silver stamp. I have for you here 60 findings. Now, there are 10 of your head pins in different styles. That one's got a flat end, and these are, I've got a 2mm ball, so 2mm flat, 2mm ball, they're both 50mm in length. You get 10 of each of those. You get 10 in your jump rings of 5mm, you get 10, and they're open. You get 10 of your crimp covers, which are 5x4mm, which make a great bead size. 20 crimp tubes, which are 2x1mm. 50 centimeters for this length of chain, and the chain is coming in at a 3x2mm with a bolt ring of 5mm. Sterling silver earrings, 18x10mm for the shepherd hooks. You get S hooks in there as well with a 5mm clasp. For the price coming in for sterling silver for 60 pieces at £24 and only 95 pence. That's 12 grams of silver. And what would that be? About 41 pence per finding. So this on its own, Mark, would you be happy at paying, bearing in mind, the minute you get this home, you can put this on and wear it as a sterling silver necklace at 41 pence.
That's silly, isn't it?
Isn't it? That's classed as one finding, even though it's got a jump ring and a bolt ring on there as well, and a length of chain. That's classed as one finding.
I'm just going through, and if you 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of those items you'd charge as you pay a £5 for at least,
right,
straight away, plus everything else you've got left over as well. I mean, I think for that chain, you could do what you say, just wear it as it is. But I think I would cut it into inch lengths. Ooh. And then use it for drop earrings that we had earlier, something like that. So you really make it go a long, long way.
And that's the beauty of being a jewellery maker. If you're new to Jewellery Maker and you just want a sterling silver chain and you think the ones in the stores are like £30, £40 and I get all that as well, I can maybe do something with it. Perfect. If you're a jewellery maker like Mark, you might want to use the length of chains as you've suggested with your pearls, with different things, and make it go even further than just a length a necklace would be, but you've still got lobster claw clasp to make a chain with as well. The
clasp, if I'm using a sterling silver clasp, that's £5 before I start anything else, without a doubt, easily.
Easy. Yeah. KFWI36 is the code. Jot it down. We're going to have to do names and numbers on your wall of fame, unfortunately, because we're a wee bit behind, but I'd rather do it than not, so please bear with us. It's names and numbers in the wall of fame. Oh my goodness, we are on this second row of the wall of fame. We've got one last row after these to do, so I'm going to rush through them, but I'd rather show you than not show it at all. So this is number 202 with a lovely Peridot set, and it is from Anne Stevens. Anne, thank you so much. You're up there, you're in for the draw that Mark and I will be drawing with you on Wednesday morning. Best of luck to you.
Next one I have, and I've seen this on Facebook, it's beautiful, is number 203, and this is rock climbing cord, and this is from Teresa Waddington from a wet and windy Barnsley. Number 203, that's stunning, beautiful. Really special, a lot of work has gone into that. Oh, as has this actually. Oh, it's very similar to the style you were doing a moment ago. Yes. 204, and this is from Fran. Is that our Fran? It is Fran Porter, Fran from London, who messaged in, I believe, earlier today. Thank you so much. And we will keep up with the daffy prices this weekend. Don't you worry about it. You're number 204. Best of luck. This is incredible. Pearl, Tanzanite and diamonds all together. Number 205. And this is from Kirsty Atkin-Banks. Oh, beautiful. Love that. Well done. And I love the way they're displayed as well. Putting their organza bags to use as well. I know I can't. No. Love it. 206. I want to dibs it and I can't. 206, the final one for now, and this is it. Wendy, who's really looking for a win. Best of luck to you. Oh my goodness, 4 individual organza bags in there, showing off those wonderfully. They'd be great wee gifts. Stunning, beautiful bracelets. Oh, with the well done you. So you're number 206. Best of luck to you all. We'll be bringing you more Wall of Fame very shortly. We have that amethyst still to come. Don't you worry. That's Tanzanite, but we've got a few left if you want to grab it. And the amethyst is still coming up, which actually would look really gorgeous with it. After the break, we'll be back. We've got the summer sale for you. We've got lots and lots of deals to try and fit in, which is the only reason why we're not going to get to read out the Wall of Fames. But if we go quickly, it means I can offer you more deals. So hopefully you don't mind and you'll put up with us for that. We've also got 2 more kits from Mark. So we'll see you in just a sec. Don't go anywhere.
Come and join Jewellery Maker on Saturday the 29th of August for our slumber party. Stay wrapped up, get cosy in your PJs and chill out whilst watching Ali and guest designer Sheila for our fun-filled morning show.
We all know having the right tools for the job is important, so we here at Jewellery Maker have designed a toolkit which includes all your essential pliers for jewellery making, including round nose and flat nose pliers, wire cutters, as well as a bead reamer, snips and tweezers. You've got everything you need for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills. Get creative with Jewellery Maker. If you have a question or query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com. Download the Jewellery Maker app today. You can watch our Jewellery Maker shows live, view all the details of the item that is currently on air, as well as browsing all the items from today's show. You can also minimize the video or switch to use as a companion app. Get the Jewellery Maker app today and boost your viewing experience.
We really appreciate your support here at Jewellery Maker, so we'd like to give you something back every time you refer a friend to us. Once your friend's order is delivered, you'll both be rewarded with a free £10 credit to each of your accounts. Simply log onto your account or ask our call centre team to find your Refer a Friend code, give it to your friend and have them type it into the refer box when they sign up online. Alternatively, give the code to our friendly call centre team and they'll do the rest. So come and bring your friends into the fabulous world of jewellery making. Jewellery Maker, share your passion.
Do not forget, we have some gorgeous amethyst coming your way, and if you've just tuned in, where have you been? It's really good to see you. I'm Ellie DeFoy. I have some great treats for you, gemstone jewellery wise, and also I've got a Dremel if you fancy one of those. If you don't know what it is, I can explain to you throughout the show. These we love. If you saw yesterday's show, you would have seen the square version of these. I've got the rectangular version today. Yesterday's sold out, so today I'm going to do something very, very similar in price for you, even though they're a bit longer. I'll see what I can do. Sterling silver, brand new. Wait till you see these. Oh, imagine a solid pear drop and then accent that with some highly faceted, should I say, topaz. And what do you get? Oh, I know, the perfect pair of sterling silver shepherd hooks. I think so. 20 by 40 millimeter for you in your size. They are 925 sterling silver, which of course means 92.5% pure. You have faceted stones. I'm just going to take one away just to see how many you've got. Now, I think they may have, oh gosh, they are so sparkly. You could be forgiven for thinking they were diamonds, the way they're catching the light with the brilliance and the luster. The faceting on that is magnificent. Oh gosh, the silver's that lustrous. I'm seeing my face in it. So I'm seeing three, if my eyes can see correctly, they're ever so sparkly, which is a technical jewellery term, it's not really. Fiery, lustry, and full of brilliance. These look spectacular. Gosh, they're not even slightly coming across until, well, this maybe a little bit. Can you see? Oh my goodness. I'm just going to hold one and just turn it sideways just so you can maybe get an idea of just how sparkly these are. Oh my gosh, they genuinely do have that adamantine luster. Gosh, 3 have gone to Christine in Kent straight away. Donna in Berlin has gone for 3 as well. Lovely to see you out there. Essex, multi-bid from yourselves too. Glamorgan's in, Surrey's in, Nottinghamshire, Kent. Lots of you coming through. Me message coming in. Oh, they look pretty just as they are. Exactly, Tracy. We were talking about this earlier. We had a similar pair with a sort of diamond shape in sterling silver. Do you want to show these as well? Oh, and just to mind you, they come in in fact, I'll show you the other ones in the packet. They come in a pack. Now, I don't know, normally we don't tend to say this with Jewellery Maker, but because, as you say, they are ready to wear as a pair of finished sterling silver earrings with topaz, we do have them in a hygiene packet, which means if you break the seal on this, at the top it says there, the hygiene packet, you then can't return it. So always, always, especially inspect them in the packet. Make sure, turn it around. The packet's big enough for you to be able to squidge it and move it around and make some space in there to turn them around to the angle, to have a look at them in every single angle and really, really inspect. And do inspect them, of course you have to, because once that seal is open, because it's the same as our sister channel with a pair of earrings, you can't return them because you never know, somebody might pop them in, and not everybody is maybe as honest as you and I, so please bear in mind that we can't accept them if you've opened the packet, which is unusual for Jewellery Maker because usually we don't tend to specify that, but with these, because they are sterling silver, finished, ready to wear pairs of earrings, and you can just wear them straight away, I want to make sure you're aware of that when you get them home, alrighty? It doesn't change your terms and conditions of your post and packaging, your shipping and handling, or your returns policy, as long as they're still sealed in that packet. You can still really, really enjoy them and get close up and personal with them. Of course you can, but just remember, make sure you've read that properly and make sure you make your mind up before you open the packet. Obviously, if they're faulty, then not that that's ever happened that I'm aware of, but that would be different if they're broken. But you know what I mean, right? Contact us as soon as you can. They're flying out the door. I don't know how many have got left at this rate, and we don't even have your price on screen, so let's see what we could be looking at for you. For how much? $39.95. Oh, 9. Now, since these have been opened, these can't be returned, right? So that means these therefore are studio sample. Now this is a bit silly to do it on TV because my ears are very Oh my gosh, my ear, you know how difficult it is for me to get earrings in normally. That just slipped in. Have a look at those. All of them. Well, they literally slipped in, no bother at all. I think I need to have these.
I do as well.
Job done. And I think you'd struggle to get there. Now that's a little bit easier to see just how beautiful they are. The silver's much more lustrous than that. It's just because obviously taking a picture you can't show the luster of the gems and the luster of the silver so easily. And if you put a flash in there, it might then make the silver sort of reflect in your eyes. So obviously you're not going to, you need to see them with your own naked eye. You are going to love them. Oh my gosh. Love them. Check it. That's I hope you don't mind me saying, but that's a fab price, isn't it? Wow. Oh. What do you mean I have to take it out? They fit in beautifully. Gosh, you don't even know they're there. There's a weight to them, but they're effortless. Oh, love them. Stainless silver open jump rings. Ooh. Now, I've got 83 of these for you. I would show it to you on my tweezers, but they seem to have, I've had a little spillage on them, so I'll refrain from doing that for the minute. What I'll do, I'll get them on my sterling silver head pin that I had earlier. There we go. So I've still got some in my hand, but you are going to get 20. I'll just put them back in the jar for now. Really sizable, 9mm, 20 of them. It was great to see actually a design earlier in the Wall of Fame from somebody who'd actually created their own jump rings, which was really great to see. We might be struggling to create our own jump rings in sterling silver because we don't have that much sterling silver wire about. And when we do, you might prefer to have them ready rather than have any wastage yourself. With these, our guest designers, in particular, many of those who love the chainmail, and if my memory serves me correctly, it's guest designer Fleur who suggested that, and I hope this is right, because I said this yesterday as well, but I'm sure it was Fleur who said to me, by having the new 9mm size, it opens you up to over 200 more weaves in your chainmail than you would have got from having the regular 7mm size that we've got. And it does make sense, because if you think the bigger the size, the more jump rings you'll be able to fit in, so the more weaves you'll be able to create. Now I appreciate there are only 20 in a pack, and the Byzantine weave you can do, the Mobius flower you could do, but for any other sort of big style designs, bracelets and necklaces, you would need a multi-bid on this. You need to get yourself a couple. Essential for your jewellery making, absolutely, especially if you've got those sizable pearls from earlier, from Mark's first kit with the 9x10mm pearls, to have a 9mm sterling silver jump ring in between. Would you want one of that sort of size in between your pearls?
For me, this type of jump ring would be perfect for the goddess bracelet.
Oh yes.
So if you had a 10 or a 12mm or even a 14mm bead, you can do that sort of, you've seen me do the alternating jump ring goddess bracelet. This would be perfect. You'd only need 2 packs, I would have thought, to make something like that, or 3 for a necklace. I think
and if you
beautiful.
wanted to use a special gem of choice, the price you might want to command
I mentioned
for
this yesterday. If you go onto our website and you open up the page, there's a little banner along the top offering 30% discount through August on Peridot pieces. And on the right-hand side of the advertising banner, there is a beautiful, I don't know which designer made it, but it's an absolutely exquisite Peridot goddess necklace using drops rather than rounds. And so if the viewers go onto just open up our website and you'll see the design on the right-hand side of the banner. It's beautiful, and those would be perfect for it. Absolutely perfect.
There you go. If you've already seen what Mark's talking about and you had the same idea, you might have already got these, and if you haven't, now you're thinking about it, grab a hold of it as soon as you can. A great idea. Bear in mind, if you're not sure where the website is, it's at the bottom of the television screen. It's not on the web feed because we're guessing you might be on the web, so you'll know it. But it's JewelleryMaker.com. Apparently you don't need your W's anymore because everybody now knows it's the World Wide Web. £6.95. Boom, boom, shake, shake the room. What a price for 20 sterling silver. And they're very clean cut as well. Sorry? Oh gosh, he said that ever so quick. Producer Kim, RF35 has chosen this price for you because it is Super Saturday, so why not treat yourself? Did you get the findings pack earlier, which is what the head pin out is from, which I'm showing to you? I was just showing that to hold them up really to make it easier to see. But for that price point, I think if you fancy it, if you had your eye on them, then there's a great treat to try us out. Lots and lots of treats to come for you. Bear in mind, we are having the summer sale from 12 to 1 p.m. here in Jewellery Maker on our morning show, although it will be the afternoon. Before that, I'm going to bring you 6 opportunities within 15 minutes now. That's going to be a bit of a mission. How do you think we'll do that? Oh, well, I think we'll have to be very fast and very low. And I'm not talking about me being low, I'm talking about the price point. Should we do some Swedette cords since it's a macrame style show? Oops. Mark, what do you love about Swedette? I'm presuming you love it. I think I know you do.
The texture and this particular bundle, the colours are so bang on trend at the moment, aren't they? These sort of 80s neon retro look, and they're fantastic. And I think you get 5 metres, is it 5 or 10 metres on a reel? 5
metres on each one of these particular ones.
Meters. What I like, again, the colours, you've got the bright colours and then you've also got that sort of muted pastel all in one bundle. It's fantastic. They're ace. So my favourite 2 would be the second from the right, which is that sort of teal blue, and then the fuchsia from the middle row. I think those 2 colours.
Oh yeah, I quite like this one.
Or
the bright, limey, chartreusey green
colour. That would be nice as well.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, it's a beautiful little bundle.
I like it with the orange and the purple.
We had, what did we have? I think we had something similar on the Late Show. We had a smaller bundle. And we were talking about how you can incorporate it with paracord designs. So you can make your paracord go even further because it takes a lot of paracord to make up a design. So you could use half the amount of paracord and then do all your knotting and your twisting technique using the Swedette. Just add another texture to your bracelets. It works really well. That's
a really good idea.
Yeah.
They are 1.4 by 2.5 millimetre for your cords. 5 metres in each one. The orange one is 2.5 millimetre, as is. Oh, hold on. No, they're all the same. There's just some of you are telling you one part, but they're all 2.5 millimetre for you. There's an extra part in the information there, but you've got, as you can see, the aubergine that Mark pointed out, baby pink, hot pink, lilac, lime green, orange, red, and white. I think I've gone through them all there. Have I? How I would call it is a sort of navy purple, teal, orange, red, baby pink, fuchsia pink, lovely aubergine, your lime green, your orange, and your white. That orange is lovely. One side of it, along the side, has got a brighter hint of orange to it. It's lovely. I saw just the other day Beyonce in that colour block of fuchsia and orange, and it looked great. I think it was a fuchsia blouse and an orange skirt. Wow. I have it the right way around, and it looked gorgeous. So this could be a good way for you to introduce colour blocking. And maybe if you've not tried it before, but you want to give it a go, this might give you the confidence if you practice with these and then make pieces. Should be, for the 50 metres, £29.50 because you're getting 10 here. But today,
Do you remember that rainbow coated shell bundle we had earlier?
Yes, absolutely. I don't know what I've done with it.
Perfect with those.
Hold on a minute. I've got something about £2 coins at the moment. When I get one, I get really excited and I put it in my holiday jar.
That's a good idea.
So wouldn't it be amazing if you did the same and did £2 are real? Woo! It's loud. £2 each one. So every time you find a £2 coin, that's one of these covered.
It's 40p a metre.
If you say so.
Pretty
My maths
impressive.
isn't that good.
That's amazing.
Yeah? Happy with that?
Yeah, more than happy.
£19.95. Enjoy them. It won't be there for that long. This is an idea of the summer sale. So phone lines, get on them as soon as you can for this next opportunity, because you are going to love it. 0800 644 655. Join me as soon as you can, as in get involved, log in on the web right now. This is going to be super. Just to check, Kimber, what box is it in? 3. Woo! Oh my gosh. Right, these came out. I've still got these. They go such a long way. I got them when I first started jewellery making in macrame. Mark's workshop was one of the first ones I went to. So you've got all of these, but you want to know what the favourite part is. Look at these. You do get all of your cords as well, but for me it's all about the Beadsmith silver plated spacer beads, 4 mil round, 350 pieces, start of the show. Do you think Mark Smith, well, aside from Mark Smith?
Yes, absolutely. It'd be Kumihimo braiding for me. Yeah? Without a doubt. It's my newfound passion.
Is it?
And I just, any 5 minutes that I have to myself, I'm Kumihimo with beads and chips. And we've got something coming up on the show on Wednesday that's quite interesting.
Oh!
So, yeah, but this is fantastic. And the drill holes are so, well, they're not drill holes, are they? The holes through the spaces are so big that they'll take all of those, of course. So to be able to do, if you did an 8-warp braid, but only put the spacers on 4, of the warps, you'd see all the hemp colours all intermingled. I think it would be amazing. It would be beautiful. I think you need it. I have a bracelet actually that I wear quite often, and it's a crochet braid, but it's actually crocheted with some S-long cord. But I imagine you could do something similar with beige. It was beige and gold spacer beads that a lovely lady called Frankie made for me. So what you could actually do is do the silver with a different colour. The silver and the green look fabulous. I'd love this as a kit. I think it would be a brilliant kit.
Do you think that would be? I mean, you get 2 of each cord. You get 2 10-yard packs.
We haven't seen hemp for ages either, have we?
No.
That's brilliant.
I would grab, well, in fact, if you're on the television and watching, or sorry, not on the television, we're on the television, but if you're watching us on the television, you'll be able to see there's quite a lot of names coming through. If you're on the web, you won't see that, but just to let you know, without even a price point on the television, on the screen, the DWGC70 pack is flying out the door. Now, looking at that, the way it's set up, it looks like you're getting 2 separate packs of colours. They're all the same. You're getting 2 of each colour, and that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've got them all on the screen. Everybody that I've spoken to adores the spacer beads. The fact that they're sterling silver plated, 4mm for you, 350 spacers. The price for all of these on their own is amazing. $11.95, and you get all the cords as well. 2 packs of cord and that.
I'm so envious of this deal.
Are you? Do you wish you could join in?
Yeah,
This is the moment where I watch you to see if you have your secret sign. The next secret sign that I haven't managed to, well, I haven't been working with you.
I've got nobody watching today, unfortunately.
Have you?
No.
So you can't do a secret sign? Oh, I remember one of Mark's previous secret signs. You scratched your ear, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. I've had loads of signs.
Oh, well, nobody's watching today from Mark. Sorry. The tube normally on its own is £8.95. That's a brilliant price, isn't it? And then you get, what, for £3?
So which colour hemp would you put through those then?
Green.
It would be the green, would it?
Green or purple, and I'm not a green or purple person. You know me, I'm pink or beige. What would you do?
I mean, because you could use the brighter colours for ladies, and then the neutral colours on the other end for gents.
Imagine if it's the black. Would you wear the black one?
If you threaded 2 rows of those little spacer beads, you could replicate the
The design you did earlier.
On the Makes for Men's with the
Make for Men
chain, with the ball chain bracelet. You could replicate that.
Oh yeah. I love with the black and silver.
I'm really cross.
Don't be cross, just be envious. I am. We'll be envious together. Oh. It's all right, Mark. It's okay. Because you like your silver jewellery as well, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, what a brilliant deal.
Enjoy. So 0800 644 655 is free if you want to call us from a landline, and many mobile network providers as well. I got a wee text from my mobile provider to tell me 0800 numbers are free from my phone now. Apparently EE do it as well as O2, and check if yours does as well. I don't know. Right, £69, or you can join us on the web, or you can download the app if you have a tablet or an Android or a smart TV or smartphone or smart tablet. You can download the Jewellery Maker app and you can get involved that way as well. It's Super Saturday, so we want to do some super deals, and I think that is absolutely exactly what we're doing right now, but obviously we'd love to hear from you and your thoughts on it as well. What's next? What would you like? How about this made me go woo earlier today. I hope to goodness I don't drop this. You'll all want this. Do you like rubies? Yeah? Well, you'll love these. The colour you're getting, the juicy ruby reds. They're not rubies, these are agates, and they are 1,730 carats. Do you know anybody who likes to wrap cabochons, or do you need some practice wrapping a cabochon? Could this be the very one for you? GPNV 60. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. There is a huge amount of gemstones in here. The luster coming through from them is just divine, and most people don't tend to sort of think of agate as luster. They just enjoy the gem and all the markings in it, but the quality of agates that you have here is, for me, sensational. Let's have a wee count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, that's 21 approximately cabochons at 1,730 carats. Bear in mind, it's the carat weight we're guaranteeing. Is that strawberries and cream, or is that strawberries and cream? Some of them, it's a little bit like apples and strawberries. Or grape, strawberry and grape. Do you love them, Mark?
They are amazing, aren't they? The banding, I just think, is incredible.
So individual. Some of them remind me a little bit of, you know, the fancy sticks of rock that you can get with the fancy stripes through them.
We were talking about banding agate on the Late Show on Wednesday, and Vicky and I were saying that because we have to dye products like this, because you wouldn't see the banding otherwise, and to be able to incorporate this sort of colour to enhance that banding, I just think it's phenomenal. It
does help it stand out, and it also allows you to get a gemstone in a colour that you might not normally get.
Yes, yes.
And that juicy ruby red is so intense. For under £30 for all of it? No. $29.95 and that's it. That's it as well. If you were after cabochons today, you'll probably have a price point set aside that you would like to spend. If you would like less cabochons, I do have other deals coming up for you. If you would like bigger, like sort of agate slabs, I've got that coming up for you in blue. But for the big quantity, this is the deal for you. I love the colour as well. It makes me think of strawberries and cream. It makes me think of strawberries and grapes. It makes me think of those sweeties you used to get, strawberry and cream sweeties. Oh! Imagine one of those as a central ring. This one is really catching my eye. This has got a wee bit of orange in it. Imagine that. Maybe as the centre, or as a ring, or as the centre of a break. I mean, how fascinating.
That's my favourite. Is that bottom?
That
no,
was
the bottom right is my favourite.
Oh, this one
yeah,
here.
That's my
oh, sorry,
favourite.
forgive me. Yours bigger than mine. With the druzy effect in there as well, a little bit
beautiful.
too. Enjoy them. Talking of druzy, should I bring you some hot pink jewellery? Now, I launched this yesterday morning, didn't I? So this is a different code to yesterday's. It's a newer, well, it's obviously newer because this came in today and yesterday's came in yesterday. But it's the same idea with the druzy, the agates. It's huge. Wait till you see this druzy effect. This is unreal. Wow. But no two will ever be the same, so this will be individual. If you get this one, drop me a message. I'm the one that I got the studio one. I don't know if you'll get this actually, it might be a studio sample, but either way, you get a select, gosh, again, that banding we've been talking about. Now, these ones are all guaranteed to have a druzy window in them. Now, some of you might see through the window, the other ones might just be a sort of, I don't know, like a stained glass window idea. You can't really see through it, but it's got a lovely pattern in it. It's got this gorgeous druzy effect. Might be a small druzy effect, or example with this one, it might look like an island in the middle. It looks like a fantasy desert island, doesn't it? Now that effect, I was explaining to one of my dear friends the other day, but that's totally natural, that druzy part. The colour of it has been dyed, but the actual effect that you get, the druzy part, is natural. It's just the way it forms within the gem, or within the rock. It's fabulous and very, very catching, very, very eye-catching. Hot pink, of course, as you were saying, Mark, earlier, if we didn't dye this, I wouldn't be able to give you that intensity of a fuchsia pink. And so many people love it, with all the different purple agates and fuchsia pink agates. And in fact, in particular, Mark, may I borrow the strand coming up in your next kit, the agate one with the pinks and the purples? Is that okay? You're a superstar. Thank you very kindly. I'm kind of stuck on this perch at the minute, but to put those with it, I mean, how perfect would that be, do you think?
Absolutely.
Mark's next kit has pink and purple cord. So to incorporate these druzies, Mark, do you think that would work with your kit?
Be perfectly. And on, again, we're going back to the Macrame Project DVD. We show you how to cabochon wrap big cabochons like this with cord rather than with wire. So if you've got that at home, with this coming up and the kit as well, it's perfect. You're ready to go. Are
the cords in the kit right for doing that cabochon wrapping?
Completely.
Or they're right
as well,
So
absolutely.
you won't need to add any extras?
No, not at all. You're ready to go.
Oh my gosh. So you're going to get, here, on average, the ones I've seen in this kit are, you're going to get on average 3, but you could get more. You could get 3, you could get 2, depending on the size. You're guaranteed 335 carats, but as I say, that might determine on this one. If you got all of this size, then you might get a few more. If you got all of this size, you might only get 2. It just depends on the carat weight. But carat weight wise, 335 carats guaranteed. LENV 74. Price point wise on these, brand new today for this particular one, we're offering pink druzy for $11.95 for the 3. Now, I saw just the other day plasticky door handle knobs that are the look of pink druzy, and they're $7.99, and that's in a discount store. And that's like sort of plasticky feel. So it just showed to me how popular the druzy agate look is, that they're actually even doing something similar into door handles, which I'd never seen before. Only the sort of plasticky ones that you can put on sort of cupboard doors and things. But it made me think, wow, druzy is so popular that you can pay $7.99 for plastic, or you can pay £11.95 and get true, real, genuine druzies. Imagine that as a pen. I mean, just that one on its own is so sizable in the middle of a bracelet. Wow. With those lilac and purple pearls, lilac and white pearls as well. Amazing. Let me pop those down. Producer Kim is in love with these. You'll need to be quick on them. Not going to be here for long. Mark, if you'd only had these with your challenge today, it would have been perfect with your appetite. I've only got 100 of them. Now, they launched in the morning show. 300 just shy of were allocated. Now, this makes me sad sometimes. With only 100 left, I'm going to, forgive me, I'm going to have to wipe this light because somehow there's been a spillage. I don't know if it's best for me to turn this on, seeing as the light, there's no back to the battery and it's wet, but let's go with it.
When we go on holiday to the Lake District, we go to a rock and gem shop. I always make a point of going to see it, and I always buy something. And a couple of years ago, I bought a slab that size with a little plastic tray that enables you to stand it up to get the light behind it.
Oh, yeah.
And it was $7.95 for one. That size, exactly that same size.
What's 5 times 7? Was it £7.99?
£40.
£40.
Yeah.
Can you see it? The reason I'm holding a light behind it is just so you can actually see. Without it, it looks good. But to my naked eye, I can see all the different layers almost.
That could be the island that Claire and Amelia were talking about earlier.
What island was that? Where was I?
Yeah.
Thailand! My gosh, I love Thailand. I would go back to Thailand in a second.
They do look like islands, like, or the Maldives looking down from above.
My brother's there.
Oh, we see? I'd love to go to the Maldives. I don't know, actually. I think I'll get quite bored just laying on a beach all day. I can't be doing with that.
Don't know, he said something about swimming with sharks, and at that point
no.
I was like, I love you, please return. Oh my gosh! In fact, I think he's back now, saying that.
That one in particular looks like an island, doesn't it, looking down?
Oh, can you see how just by having natural, now that's not obviously a natural light, that's a light for me to show you in the back, but you can't really see that, and they look quite dull on TV, and that's only because I can see them with my naked eye and can see the difference. You've got 30 days to make your mind up. They're fabulous. You can see that without putting the light there. They just look like slices of the ocean with that island. It's like you've taken a picture of the perfect ocean, you've taken and then made it into a 3D slice. Love it. 5 of them. It should be $14.95. You pay more for your in-flight meal to Thailand. You do kind of eat to eat on it. It's a long flight, and the flight food was quite good. Don't get me wrong, but still. A cheeky wee £10. Oh, now what was that? $7.99 for one.
For one.
But we don't have a plastic
with
stand.
With a little plastic holder. You can make your own with wire.
You could, couldn't you?
That's
enjoy them. Kim is so proud of this. She was so excited about this all day. Now, for anyone who's new to Jewellery Maker, thinking, right, they're great, the slices, what on earth do I do with them? You could do straight away, as Mark said, you could just display them on your stand. You could do that. You could have them as the bases of trees of life. But what you could most importantly do is put them into jewellery. Wrap them, have prongs around them, use wire, practice with your wire work. And on a big, I find, you might be different, but I find it easier on a bigger surface to work with wire than it is on a smaller cabochon. I know these are slices, but...
Laura Binding's latest DVD is all about Tree of Life on top of cabochons, incorporating cabochons in pieces, so that would be perfect.
Yeah, you could use these slices.
Copper wire, and I think it'd be beautiful. Larimar Tree of Life on the top of one of those.
Oh, or could you imagine an Agate one from your Nugget bundle?
Oh, yeah.
Mark's challenge. You need them. There were 100 in stock. Oh, I don't have 100 anymore. Lots of you getting involved. But you are guaranteed with this one 5 of them. 750 carats is what you're looking to get, and £9.95 for the 5, not £7.99 per piece. £9.85 for the 5. It helps when you buy in bulk, doesn't it? You get a great saving. Love it. Loving your work. Tanzanite wise, should we do a quick recap for anyone who's just tuned in? There's so many purples and lilacs coming through. It's just... They go up to 10 mil. Oh no, they don't. They go up to 6 mil. Gosh, that's so sizable. 16 baskets, is it? 70. Forgive me. 70 of you have this in your web baskets, or you might have multi amounts in your web baskets. Thank you so much for showing an interest on these. That bracelet earlier with diamonds, tanzanite, and pearls in the Wall of Fame. What pure luxury. I could look at these all day, just enjoy them.
I like the way they feel as well. Tanzanite chips have a different feeling than any other chip. It's really bizarre. And I work with chips and nuggets a lot, and you tend to feel the difference in textures, and Tanzanite really has a texture all of its own. It's bizarre.
You think?
Yeah.
I haven't noticed that. Maybe it's a certain energy that's coming through to you.
Could be.
different crystal structures are attracted, and different people are attracted to different crystal structures. I know my boss is attracted to the labradorite crystal structure, which is one of the craziest crystal structures of all, which is like when there's calm, there wants to be craziness, then that's the gem you go for, and we think, well, that's our boss. His life is crazy. He's always got something going on. He's always really, really busy. We thought that's funny that that's the one he would choose. But so maybe that's your gem of choice. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. There's royal blues, there's lilacs, there's violets. It's a gemstone that is not just one set colour. It has pleochroism. It flirts with the light. It really does go to town. And when you get yourself in different light situations, sometimes you might see more flashes of purple, lilacs, sometimes even pinks. When you get the darkest tanzanites, quadruple A's, you tend to get yourself reds, and they are just mind-blowing. Oh my gosh. MISF 71. Oh yeah, I almost forgot that price. It's so crazy. I've got Tanzanite here for £9.95. On our sister channel, I've had Tanzanite 4 figures and mid 4 figures to high 4 figures. When I was in Thailand, I went to what's known as it's called the world's largest jewellery store.
Oh gosh.
And there's actually, it's quite uncanny, there's 2 of them in Thailand, the world's largest jewellery store, but there's 2. And when I was in there, you're not allowed to take one picture inside once you go past the cutting office. I literally wish I could take, if I could afford, I would take every single one of you there. I had the ultimate Tanzanite on my hand, and it was over £1 million, the Tanzanite that I had on. Once it was converted, it was over £1 million. I was just looking at this Tanzanite. I was like, please take this off my finger, because if I drop this, I cannot afford to fix it. You have to take this off my hand. Literally it was unreal. So I've been so fortunate in my life to have seen so many different qualities of Tanzanite, and for this to be, for me, it's still some of the finest Tanzanite, yet the price point is at £9.95 when I've had the fortune of trying on £1 million Tanzanite gem solitaire. It's so amazing that this is still up there with the top quality Tanzanite. Obviously it's not the same colour, it's not got the reds coming through, but it's an outstanding quality Tanzanite. And the price point, well, for that price point, to say you own Tanzanite, or to go to the high street and say you own a piece of, I don't know, accessorised Jane Norman, or I don't know, think of another place, Burton's Jewellery, it's quite different, isn't it? Are you ready for a new kit? Me too. This is actually going to be the lowest price kit of the day.
No, I had a feeling it might be.
Did you?
Yes,
what made you think that?
I had a feeling it might be. Because it's wax cord, we haven't had wax cord for such a long time, and it's so nice to have a staple material back in stock, and in a kit with these colours as well. I think it warrants a good price, I think. And it's got 2 of my favourite strands in. Shall I go and get them from across there?
I'll go and get them, you're all right.
I'll just go behind you.
Okay, you go then. 95 genuine findings in your findings kit for us here. You have what's called as the sweet shop. So here are your different cords. You're getting yourself the blue wax cord, the pink and the lilac, or it's called purple actually, officially on its name, light blue, pink and purple. You have for yourself the matching agates, as you can see next to it. I'll show you them in a sec. You have yourself 95 pieces in your findings pack. Beading thread, monofilament and elastic you have with the silver. There's the findings there, there's the silver there. Now it looks like there's an extra cord there, and that's because there is. Let me bring you this one. This is a navy blue that you're getting. Now they're all wax cord, but this one seems to be even waxier.
It's a different texture. With the wax cord that we get on the reels, it's a slightly different texture. As you said, it's more shiny. And
it's almost like it's got double the wax to it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And it's a gorgeous navy you have here. Navy blue. They're all 1 millimetre in their gauge. I'm still going to call it gauge. And they're all 10 metres for you in length. So that's, even though it's on a reel, that's 40 metres across the light pink, the navy one you can see up at the top, the purple and the blue, the light blue. Then we add in your gemstones. Now, wouldn't it be fantastic if silver findings, oh gosh, if you had some silver gems? The weight on these is fantastic. You feel like they're metal. For me, they feel like metal.
They are really sparkly. They really are amazing, aren't they?
I feel like solid lumps of silver. They're whoppers.
Yes. Yeah.
What's great about these, they've almost got, it's like a starry evening sky. It's almost like a dark silver, if that even makes sense. The body of them was almost like the body underneath would be black, but it's actually hematite that's underneath. It's been coated a 9mm facet for you. These to me are like the disco balls.
They're ace, aren't they?
Aren't they? With the amount of luster that comes from them and the fact that they're silver, they're going to work with any gemstone you put next to them colour-wise, and they're going to dance. They really, really are. And there they are. They are actually just going for it. Incorporate into that a gemstone that has royal blues and then gold flashes, which is quite funny. You've had this strand twice today in your 2 kits. So I don't think there's going to be any left if you haven't got either kit. You'll need to probably get one of the 2 kits if you want this lapis lazuli strand. This is coming in with the graduated lapis lazuli. As I said earlier, it's the same 75 carats and it's the same engaged 4x6mm and it's the same in 36 centimetres, so I believe it is the same one. I haven't got the exact code on this individual strand, so I can't confirm it's exactly the same, but all the measurements I've got in the carat weight are the same for you. So you've got the royal blues. And then if I add in the purples and the fuchsias and what you've said to be your favourite strands, these are what I always called when Jewellery Maker started ready-made necklaces, and I think I'm probably maybe even have got that from yourself.
Well, Angela Edwards, I think it was Monday, had a business academy show in the morning.
Yep, with
and
me.
she had, was it?
Yes.
Sorry, yeah. And that's what she did with the strand of fuchsia. She just took the last 2 beads off, I think, popped on a clasp, and ready-made necklace. Absolutely.
So I'm glad I was memorable. Fine, whatever. Who is it I'm with on Wednesday again? I can't quite remember who it's going to be. GEGC 96. So you get 2 strands of these, and they have full graduation from 6mm to 15mm, 46 centimetres in each one. So all of that, plus your faceted and your silver and your lapis lazuli, silver and your hematite, that is. How much could we do all of this for? Well, you've already heard it's going to be the lowest price kit. It's meant to be £40 exactly on the website. Remember, 40 metres of cord, beading thread, monofilament, elastic, and a findings pack of 95 pieces of findings, £24.95. But I've just heard executive producer Martha was on the phone with Kimbo there, so she can go low. Don't know how that happened. Don't know what that's all about.
An under 20 kit. We haven't had an under 20 kit for a long time.
With this quantity in it, goodness gracious me. I think Kimbo and I had something on Try Us Tuesday to get people to try us. But as you say, you can't remember. That's because you probably chose to omit it from your memory, so that if we got asked about it by management, we'd be like, oh, I don't know, what was that on Tuesday? I don't know, it's Saturday today, can't remember. For £19.95, but you don't even remember being here on Tuesday. You must have been, because I was. At £19.95. Whether you keep them together, whether you use them separately, but the designs that you've used, Mark, love that. I mean, they can be used, obviously, in the design that you've got. You've copied that design through into earrings and a bracelet as well. I'm just going to move that to the side so you can actually see. Don't forget, 40 metres of your wax cord. The navy is like a double wax cord. It's got extra waxiness to it, and it's extra gloss. So you've got yourself that herringbone style weave, but because the graduation of the gems, it makes it look like a totally different weave, doesn't it?
I'm so enamoured with this type of gemstone, particularly the graduated, that we have these type of gems on our workshops, on our wire macrame workshops, purely because you can do so much with a graduated strand, so ace.
We need them. And simply, and I don't mean that this is a simple design, but if you have a look at this, it gives you an idea of that sort of graduation. Use one of the sort of, maybe put your strand into sections from the middle, and maybe you think I want to have 4 and separate it and have that graduation. I don't know if you can see the black.
Well, that was just used with beads I had left over at the end. And I thought, yeah, so I used everything, absolutely everything.
It's one of my favourite style necklaces with the tassellating chain on it. I just love to play with things. Even though those earrings there in the end with the, gosh, how much fun are they? Oh, Mark, I absolutely love it.
That's really, really good fun.
95 pieces of findings.
Gosh.
we've got a Wall of Fame that we need to fit in before 12 o'clock, so I'm going to have a look at a demonstration you're very kindly going to show us with the hematite silver.
Well, this is a demonstration that I keep being asked. People email me or Facebook me about it's the bracelet, the flower technique. It's really, really simple, but it's a good way of using up lots of yarn if you have it at home. And so what I've taken, for your bracelet you'll need, depending on the wrist size, 7, 9, 11 of your hematites. And I've used 3 pieces of beading thread purely to give a thicker lazy strand to your work, okay? And the drill holes in these are massive, so I could have used actually
the
a piece of cord. Yeah. So this time you need 2 working strands, the same length. You will need about 6 foot. Again, so you use it quite a lot.
Okay.
And we're going to take both cords underneath the lazy, and we're going to tie a square knot incorporating both of the cords. So it's a bit fiddly to begin with, but it will get, once you tie the first knot, it'll be easy to do. Okay, so just make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, so that's your first square knot. And I always do a couple of square knots to begin with because it's going to be under the wrist anyway. Okay, and on the bracelet from the kit I use the navy blue, but we're going to use the turquoise in this case. Okay, so that's just attached our cords. So now we're going to start the flower designs. Okay, so all we're going to do, we've got the board vertical at the moment, we're going to turn it horizontal, and we're going to attach the top 2 cords in, just to keep them nice and tight, and we're going to work with the bottom 2. We've got 2 cords, okay, top and bottom, now become left and a right. With this we're going to do the double half hitch, which is the same knot that we did earlier on.
In the previous kit, and if you missed that you can watch it on YouTube.
But this is, we're going to do it slightly different, so it becomes a lark's head.
Right.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we've got a top and a bottom, or a left and a right. We're going to attach the right into the board, because we're not going to use that, and we're going to make the first little petal. So it's the same that you would just start off with a macrame square knot, so we do a letter D over the lazy. We're going to take the cord underneath this time and pull it up through, so that in effect that's your half hitch. Okay, to get into a lark's head we're going to take the cord, we're going to pass it under this time to the right and then back through the loop to the left, and you have your lark's head knot. Okay, so over and under and up, under, over and through. Okay, now depending on the size of your bead will determine the size of your petals, and I worked it out for this size you need 4 petals, so this will be the 3rd, and then the 4th. Okay, so you can see that you've got a row there of 4 little lark's heads, which are going to become the petals. Attach those cords in, turn your board, and we're going to work on the other side. So you've got your right and a left. Okay, left is the bottom, so we're going to attach that to our board. We're not going to use that.
Okay.
And we're going to go over and under and pull, and then under and over, pulling it back through. And then we're going to do that another 3 times. I'll do that. So again, it's quite a time-consuming little technique, but it looks lovely at the end. So under and over, and then under, pull it through, and then last one. As I said, this is for a 9mm bead. If you're using anything bigger, you'd need another petal, or a smaller bead, you'd have a petal less. So you have your 2 rows of 4 petals. Have I got 4 there? 1, 2, let me do another one. I did 3 there.
3, sorry.
1, and then under and back through. Okay, and then we turn it back vertically. We take both of our cords from either end. Okay, and then we take up our bead and we bring all 4 cords round underneath, like so. Then you just continue. So it's up to you whether you had 2 in between or 3 and then another one, depending on how florific, I think the word is, you want your piece to be. And so you get this look on one side, and then if you flip it over once you've finished your bracelet, you get another look. So the petals are coming from the inside out on the back. You see the difference?
Yes.
Which I think I prefer that side. So you make the bracelet, but then when you're putting your clasp on, flip it the other way, so in effect the back now becomes the front, and you get that really nice sort of petals coming from the outside in.
As if
yeah, it's beautiful.
Lifted open.
I mean, that would make a really nice earring. Just do a couple more square knots and then crimp off top and bottom with a loop and a shepherd's hook, and away you go.
Away you go indeed, Mark.
Yes,
thank you so much. I hope you're trying that and practicing that today. And if you haven't already got it, check out the kit when you can. Got a quick message from from Carol in Manchester. Hiya, Carol. You said, brilliant demo, Mark. Your instructions are so easy to follow. Thank you, with some kisses as well.
Thank you.
Lovely to hear from you. Thank you very, very much, Carol. In fact, let's have a look at your wall of fame. Oh, this is the time where we get to see what you've been getting up to. Remember, on a Wednesday, Mark will be with me actually this Wednesday, and we love to, we call it WOF Wednesday, Wall of Fame Wednesday, where we want you to make sure on that Wednesday, no matter what you're doing, first design, second design, 500th piece, we want you to take a picture and we want you to send it into the Wall of Fame, all right? That's your challenge on a Wednesday. But for today, 2:09, let's see what you've been up to. Morning, JM. This is from Una out in Newcastle. You said, morning all at JM. Today's entry for the Wall of Fame, I have been playing with your aluminium wire. I made a coil and then cut it into jump rings. I found the aluminium so easy to work with. I have made this bracelet in a few colourways. Great for using up odds and ends of beads, and finished with an S clasp also made with the aluminium. I hope you like it. The smiley face. Love from Una out in Newcastle. We love it. I'd be playing with that all day.
It's amazing sound.
Love it. And as you say, great to use up the odd beads that you might have. Well done.
I'm always in awe of people cabochon wrapping. It's something that I'm getting to grips with slowly, but
yes,
it's phenomenal. Number 207, and this is from Kerry Ann. And Kerry Ann says, hi all, this is my 4th attempt at wire wrapping a cabochon. I nearly lost my confidence completely in wire work until the lovely Karen Crawford took me through the steps to make this. I've still got a long way to go, but I feel I'm improving every time. The blue agate cap is from Jewellery Maker, and the wire I already had in my stash. Hoping for a win, and that's from Kerry Ann in Cambridgeshire. Number 207.
Oh, best of luck. That's ever so neat, especially the bail.
Well done.
I always struggle with the bail, getting it nice and neat and tight.
Kerry Ann kindly sends me some of her work on Facebook messages, and the work is improving leaps and bounds. She'd be really proud of that. It's beautiful.
That's wonderful to hear. Well done, you, and thank you for taking time to send that to us. This is 210, and again, lovely display. We had a bust on today, which is great to see you displaying it on there. If you need one, have a wee look through the previous opportunities on the web, or check with the contact centre. That number is free to call us if you fancy, if you want one. This is a message from Joanna. Right, something simple this week. A coated agate with copper wire links and a clasp, the bracelet and necklace. I'm leaving the earrings so the customer that buys it can choose what colour agates they would prefer. That's if a customer ends up with it. Winky face. Been buying loads lately. Your clearance prices have just been so good. But that's going to have to stop now. No more money left. Though there is an amazing string of citrine drops that I really like. Another winky face. Joanna, right, we'll get that up in the Wall of Fame, 210, and I think you're right. Keep those earrings. I'd just keep them for myself if I was you. A lot of work's gone into that. And lovely mix of the metals and the gemstones. The colour works lovely. Quite autumnal, actually. And summer fruits. Love it. We'll get you up in the Wall of Fame. And best of luck to you. And we have, sorry about this, but we have summer sale coming up from 12 to 1 very shortly. So maybe watch away.
Druzy agate slice.
Oh, love it.
It's beautiful. Number 208, this is my last one today. This is from Tracy. And Tracy says, hi everyone, please find attached to my entry for this week is a black agate slice, which I made into a macrame frame and threaded small pearls onto the wire as I went along. All of the components are from Jewellery Maker. I hope it's good enough to show. Good luck to everyone in this week's draw, and that's from Tracy, number 208. That's beautiful, isn't it? That's the way to use those slices, I think. Stunning.
Lovely, well having the decorative on the side. Beautiful. Not too much, but
I love that.
Well done, you.
Beautiful.
And the final one for me for today is number 211.
What a combination.
Yes, yes,
I love
you know,
that.
I'm obsessed with tiger's eye. I love it. And this is from Margaret out in Moray. Lovely to hear from you, Margaret. Good morning to all at JM. My entry for this week is a set I made from a hollow tiger's eye and ruby zoisite. I thought it was as well. I thought they went together so well. Thank you for the beautiful gems and inspiration that you give to us. Good luck to all fellow waffers. Kind regards. And that's Margaret out in Moray. Margaret, love it. Love that combination. I wouldn't have thought of putting
perfect, isn't it?
ruby zoisite with the tiger's eye, and I think you've done a really, really lovely combination. You're number 211, and best of luck to you. Lots and lots are coming up for you. Of course, Mark, you were working with a challenge.
Yes, I'm loving it, actually. I'm loving it.
Just if you haven't seen that already, it's the Appetite Challenge. Are you hungry? Amelia, thank you so kindly. She's brought it over for us. So you can see, now you've got 3 different depths of tone of apatite here. You've got wine was the natural apatite, then you've got the neon apatites and the dark, dark blues in there. You've got yourself 2 strands of the darker apatites, 1 of the neon and 1 of the classic apatite. Some people call it the sky blue. We have lots of stock. Oh, well, we did originally. I've only got 80 left.
Gosh.
With 14 baskets, that means if everybody just goes for 1, and price point wise, some people were multi-bidding on this one, quite rightly so. If you have just joined us on that one, thank you so much for taking the time to pop it in your baskets. If you do decide to check it out, for that as an opportunity, ZYGC42 is the code on that one for you there. Try and get it as and when you can. $9.95 for the 4 of them.
That's incredible.
Now, Mark very kindly brought over one of his pieces, but we've been told to save it till the end of the show, because otherwise you might think, oh, I've seen what Mark's made with that. So we want to make you wait. We did promise, and a lot of people will be waiting for that sort of 10 to 1, 5 to 1 reveal of Mark's special treat. So I've been told I have to keep it a surprise. Right. So you make sure you tune in to see what Mark has made, and he's been working it out. It looks gorgeous. Only it could dibs it. You're going to love it. So don't forget, we have lots and lots coming up for you within today's show. I've still got an hour left on our live show. We've got the Amethyst. Yesterday I had a presenter's pick for you, which sold out, and it was that beautiful amethyst in a square cut, very, very reminiscent to this. This is the rectangular cut, slightly longer for you here. But again, if you got yesterday's, it would go great with it. But if you missed out on yesterday's, it would be the perfect choice for today, and I'm going to be able to do something just as spectacular as yesterday's presenter's pick of amethyst with that price point for you today. Now, unfortunately, if you are on Freeview, we might be losing you just now, so you can't always watch us on JewelleryMaker.com on the web or download the app. If not, then I do apologise. You can get those amethysts, though. You can still call the number on 0800 644 655, even if you can't see them. The contact centre can still allocate that to you as well, no problem at all. We're just going to have a really, really short break. Mark and I will be after it, and this is Mark telling you a little bit about macrame and paracord.
Hello there. I'd like to introduce you to a brand new workshop that I'm going to be running this September. It's a bit of a one-off special. It's quite unusual because we're going to be doing a day-and-a-half workshop. And included in that day and a half will be not only bed and breakfast, but also a meal included in the bundle at Steve Bennett's amazingly beautiful Swan Hotel in Henley in Arden. So you get me for a whole day, a night at the hotel, breakfast the following morning, and then half a morning with me as well. On the first day in the morning, we'll be doing something a bit different. It's one of my passions, kumahimo with chips and nuggets. So we'll be spending the morning doing this particular discipline, and in the afternoon we'll be doing macrame. Good old staple favourite of mine, as you know, but we'll be doing different techniques, never done before on any other workshops, all brand new pieces. And then the following day, after you've had your amazing stay overnight at the Swan, we'll be doing paracord. Now, paracord is a new introduction to Jewellery Maker that has become one of my firm favourites, and we'll be doing some very intricate paracord pieces, including gemstones, ending with a beautiful triform necklace. So the day before, we'll have lunch with me, we'll have the evening meal, overnight stay, bed and breakfast, and you'll come back to see me in the morning for a full morning, hopefully finishing 1:30, 2 o'clock. So it's going to be jam-packed, and you'll take away at least 11 to 12 pieces of jewellery, plus that beautiful overnight stay. So hope you can all make it, and we look forward to seeing you.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order for just 50p and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from the Genuine Gemstone Company.
When shopping with Jewellery Maker, you can add as many items to your order in one day and only pay one postage and packaging charge. We have two delivery options. Standard delivery at just £2.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 4 to 6 days. Or opt for our premium delivery at just £4.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 3 to 4 days. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
If you miss a Jewellery Maker show, then simply go to our YouTube page where you'll be able to find hours of Jewellery Maker footage. Search by show, date or type. Alternatively, search by guest designer by using our playlist page. You can also find hours of tutorials with handy hints and tips to give you inspiration. Our YouTube page is updated on a daily basis, so you can access any show at any time. Stay in touch with Jewellery Maker.
Right, yesterday we had the similar variety in the squares. It sold out. It's that boutique style strand for you today. 25 carats of genuine amethyst. They've been graduated step facet. So step facet is usually, you just get a flash of it there actually. Graduated step is when it looks like a square or rectangular style. Looks a little bit like a step. That's the style of faceting that you have, as opposed to the brilliant, which would be like a diamond shape or triangular shape cut on it. I'll show you something similar later so you can get the idea of the difference. But when you look at this, with so many in baskets already, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Hopefully you didn't miss out on yesterday's, but if you did, you might want to be straight in on this one. And if you got yesterday's, these would look lovely. Actually, it'd be a lovely mixture to have the square, which would be slightly shorter in length for this to this one, and then alternate them or mix them together. They would be beautiful together. 9 by 5mm to 10 by 5mm on the size for you there. There's a 17cm strand for us here, and again, price point wise, we're going to do something. Well, it is my presenter's pick. It's something that as your presenter, I get to choose each day something that I want to choose, I guess. It could be anything from a strand to a tool to findings, but for this I thought I couldn't not pick it after yesterday's choice. Tanzanite wise, we had to start the show with that. We couldn't make you wait 3 hours for that one. And this one I just thought, well, knowing how well it did yesterday and knowing the price normally of boutique style strands like this, it is a really spectacular price point for what you're actually getting. And I hope you don't mind me saying that. I don't tend really to comment too much on the price, because I'm not, for me, I personally, I don't count myself as a salesperson. I'm a presenter. I present you all the options and you're the person that decides, with hopefully for me a little bit more of an informed decision as to what you're looking for. If there's anything you need to know about this that will help you make more of an informed decision about it, then please do ask me if I've not already covered it. Lengthwise at 17cm. I'll just count the quantity for you there as well, and the sizes are on the screen if you didn't hear me saying them a moment ago. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 approximately on this strand for you of 25 carats approximately of amethyst there. So VKZC02 is the code, and only £17.95 is your price today. Now, if you're after a gemstone that's going to be instantly recognisable, that's one that pretty much every jeweller in the world has in their store, then amethyst would be a really good one. It's a popular birthstone, it's February's birthstone, and many people also know it as a gem, as a gift of love. Ooh. 35, the quantity is being allocated very quickly. I wish I had more, I really do, but I'm really pleased that by putting it as your presenter's pick today, I'm able to have that price point exceptionally low for just £17.95 on a first come, first served basis. So when you see it and you fancy it, do check it out as soon as you can. So we message it here and it says, it's from Daisy. Hiya, I'm new to Jewellery Maker. How would you set these as a pendant, please? Mark, what would you best suggest as that one?
Gosh, well, as there's already a drill hole in there.
Yep, at the top.
So what I would probably do is take a piece of wire through, maybe, well, depending on the size of the drill hole, will determine the size of the wire. So maybe
what gauge?
0.4, 0.6, something like that.
Yep.
But what I would tend to do then is take one of the wires up and turn it into a wrapped loop, which you can do with a single wire.
Yeah.
And then the second wire, just wrap a couple of times, just gently around the stone, and that'll hold it in place. Maybe put a little loop with another stone, with a pearl maybe hanging from the bottom.
Yeah, maybe one of the seed pearls, maybe the smaller ones.
That might be really nice. Or do a straightforward brûlée wrap. So take the wire through, bring the two ends up together, twist, and then do a wrap loop, and then you'd have like a shard hanging underneath the wrapped loop. So that would be a really simple way of wrapping it, and you're not covering any of the stone up then either.
And you could then really also take that into matching earrings too.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Ooh, a message from Liz. Thank you for that, Mark. Message from Liz, and thank you for the question, Daisy. I hope that's helped. They would look lovely with the white quartz in the same shape that I already have. Would be rude not to buy these. Liz in Kent. Now that you've got the white quartz, I think I agree with you there. It would be rude not to. Marie in South Yorkshire, gulp, whoa, yahoo, got mine, roll on the postman, very excited. Oh, I'm so pleased for you, Marie. That's fabulous to hear. Well done, roll on indeed. We've got a select few left, looking around 16, but we do have many in baskets that would actually be enough to confirm and fully allocate that. So I may leave, am I going to leave that with everybody, Kimbo? Yeah, we'll leave that there just in case they do sell out in the web or in the phone lines, alternatively, whichever's most convenient. Always call us on anything that you see that you like. On Super Saturday, indeed. If you just tuned in, I'm very fortunate today. I've got the guest designer, Mark Smith, who's taken time to join us on our morning show, which is lovely to have him. We've also got next Wednesday as well. Don't know how I've managed that. Right, let's shimmy on in here. Oh, can I just tell you, the one above it, box 8, I am head over heels in love with. I don't know if we'll get to do it, but yes, we're going to try and fit that at the end. Ah, I love that. Oh! I was so busy looking at the other one that I'd spied earlier. I just lifted these out, blasé, like you see them every day. Kunzite. Pearls, Tanzanite, Apatite, Labradorite, Amethyst of the highest caliber, and then we just bring in kunzite, as you do. As you do. They're glowing, which is what you want from a kunzite. You want it. It's known as the evening gem because it fluoresces. What it does, it's quite cool actually. It secures and almost like a sponge soaks up and absorbs all the light during the day. So when it's darker, when it's sort of a candlelit atmosphere, it glows. And this genuinely works. It genuinely happens. This is going to sound funny as well. I was at the Ed Sheeran concert. Gosh, when was it? Around March time? Maybe even before that. No, it was before that. And they turned all the lights down, as they do in a concert in Glasgow in the Hydro. First time I've been in there, it's lovely. And everybody had their sort of lighters out and their phone lights up, maybe a bit safer phone lights, and they were waving their phones in time with the song. And everybody was singing, I was joyful. And then I just stopped in the middle of this concert. I was just looking at my kunzite ring. I was like, oh! Now mine wasn't a 3-figure kunzite ring. Mine was from a sister channel. It was set in silver, and I think it was around £49 I got it for. And I was just fully in awe of this kunzite. My friend nudged me and she went, Ali, what are you doing? I said, I'm looking at my kunzite. She went, oh, we're at an Ed Sheeran concert and you're too busy looking at your ring. I was like, but I talk about it all the time, and I've never had it out with a work situation where I could enjoy it in the light situation with the lights going and all the sort of dimly lit, but all the bright lights around me, where it was just glowing. And it really does, from my own personal experience, not just sort of turning lights down in the studio and have a look at it, it genuinely does look amazing. And mine wasn't, as I say, a 300 or 4-figure bespoke one-of-a-kind stone. It was just we had, I think, 50 or 60 in the design that I got. It was just a lovely treat. But This has just got that same phosphorescence that allows this gem to just glow. You're getting 2 strands, and Mark, you were talking about this earlier when we looked at the labradorite. It's the size of these nuggets. They're not huge. What we class as small. Small would start at 2 by 1 mil. These are starting at 6 by 4 mil for the entirety of the strand.
Which means that if you were making memory wire bangles or a big heavy-duty bead necklace, it wouldn't take you very long to thread them. And you tend to find that when they have large chips like this, you tend to get the drill holes through the centre of them rather than on outside edges or at points, which you tend to find when you've got the smaller chips. So no, these are fantastic.
They're low in stock, which doesn't help that we're giving 2 at a time. Well, that's the price I would hope for one. And you get amazing. 2. £6 each. Well, less than £6 each, but round it up. I always round it up rather than rounding it down. I hope you don't mind me doing that. I'd rather get a saving than round it down and then think, oh, actually there's still another 5p to pay.
Wow.
Of course it's going to sell out. It's 22 and counting, NDGC 79, and look at what you're getting. Kunzite for £12.
What I would do, I'd use both of them to make quite a heavy statement necklace, incorporating the lavender pearls that we had in the first kit. Do you remember?
Yeah, if I put it next to the...
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Word.
There we go, yeah. Just incorporate that with that entire kit. Look at that. That's just beautiful.
As one of our lovely ladies earlier said, it would be rude not to. If you got the kit, you did actually have a great saving, so maybe
yes, absolutely.
with that saving you could put it towards the kunzite.
That would make a brilliant addition, wouldn't it?
Just say that. With the saving you've just made, you can get kunzite.
I know.
That should be for an accredited jewellery professional. That should be banned from being able to say anything like that. Right, Mookite, a Super Saturday. Oh, hello. 32 left. Everybody's been messaging in about these. They've been spying them, eyeing them up on my T-bar to T-bar. Love Mookite. Looks really, really lovely with sunstone and moonstone. I don't know if you've tried that as a sort of peachy moonstone. Oh, yes.
About 2 years ago, we were inundated with Mookite, I remember. Every single show we would have 1 or 2, 3 strands on. But this year it's been really scarce, so it's really nice to see it back on our screens again.
And we've probably got
really
it
nice.
Bigger than we've ever really had it before
this
now,
is
haven't
beautiful.
we? It wasn't really, I mean, a 25 by 80 mil, we offer those as sort of individual cabochons to go along with kits, don't we?
I tend to buy this with my mum. My mum and myself go halves on it. And I have the sort of the pinky, strawberry, red plum tones.
I call them rhubarby ones.
Yes, and my mum has the mustards in the yellows, so it's a perfect match really. She gets half a strand and I keep the other half. So it works really well between us.
That is quite handy. Maybe you know somebody that you sort of share your gems with. If not, maybe you could go on our Facebook page and you could find somebody. You could maybe think, right, is anyone after it? And obviously we can't guarantee how many you're going to get of what on each strand, but might be a wee idea. I know Sammy and Fiona and Alison do it with the diamonds and the other gemstones. So it's something you could do. North Lanarkshire's in Wiltshire, London, Hertfordshire. It's only from one location in the world. So if you think about the sort of exclusivity with Tanzanite and the location factor, it's only ever been found at Mooka Creek in Australia. I'd love to go to Australia. I haven't been. My best friend lives there, so I'm thinking and planning. My plan was to do it by my 30th birthday, but that was in March, so I missed that. So I'm thinking to do it in the year of my 30th birthday. So I've got a couple of months left. We'll see if we can sort that out. But these make me think of, it's funny you say that, these make me think of rhubarb and custard.
I was just thinking that with that one on the middle of your hand there.
Yeah. They're really autumnal. Now, oh gosh, I can't remember for love nor money. Somebody kindly messaged in and gave me a gemstone that looked amazing with it, and I hadn't thought of it before, and it looked great, and I can't remember what one it was. It looked amazing. I know smoky quartz will look great with it. But there's one way of looking at autumnal, but the message was making it look quite summery, and I can't remember what it was. These would look amazing with it, I think. Carnelian. 27, oh gosh, they're flying out very quickly. I'll need to get a price in for you. Oh, no. There you diddly go. Summer sale if ever I saw one.
Are they too big for cufflinks, do you think, or would they be alright for cufflinks?
I think it depends on the cuff. I mean, I've got quite skinny wrists, but I think that could, or slim as my friends would say, slim wrists. I think that might be a good idea.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I like it too. I also quite fancy is that necklace style you did with the lengths of chain dropping down.
Oh yes,
sort of one of those with some smoky quartz graduated down to one of those. But as you say, you could separate every single one and put them with different things. I mean, the reds might go with some ruby gems you've got. The creams might go, and mustardy tones might go with some of the lovely creamy shell we had earlier.
They'd
orange
make amazing
shell.
rings, wouldn't they? Yeah, they had really ornate prong set rings.
Yeah, and the prices
Alison
you could pay for a Mookite ring. Be a good idea to have a look. Quite nice with pearls. Right, a Super Saturday they're about to sell out. I'm going to bring you some Peridot.
Now these are huge.
Aren't they, right?
They're really, really, really huge. Normally with Peridot they're quite a small chip, but these are massive.
They're glowing amazingly as well. Can you see that from there?
Amazing strand. Sort of on the verge of chrome dioxide green, isn't it? That's really rich green.
Ah, see, I don't see that. I see lime, like a juicy lime, like something you've just sliced a lime and you're squeezing it, and that juicy lime's coming through. It's funny how different people see different things, because obviously I'm not technically up on this, but the way when you see a colour, what it is that your brain is emitting all the other colours, but that seeing all the other colours, but that actual colour, and that's why you see it as sort of green or blue or whatever it may be.
This is the richest Peridot I've ever seen.
Is it the juiciest?
Yeah, that's stunning green. Look at that.
I call it lime-esque. I know that's not a real word, but I like it.
That's beautiful.
It is now. I love that. The Ali dictionary is just growing day by day.
I'm just gonna say it. I think this is the best strand of Peridot chips I've seen since I've been here.
Is that for colour? Is that for size?
For colour, for size, everything, the whole shebang. Shebang. That's breathtaking. That's amazing. Have we got plenty of these?
Well, 98.
No, 98.
Oh, 198. Whew.
Oh, there might be some home by the time I get home.
No.
No, you don't
If we just look at the web, now you see how many people have already bought this, and not one person has seen a price at home. You're buying it on what you can see on the web. With 40 just shy of in baskets, Kimbo's said.
Okay.
198.
These aren't going under 15. Oh no. Okay, there won't be any left then. That should have been £15, I think.
It's summer sale though. I know. I totally don't agree.
Oh no.
Wow! Wow! What would you put with it? I want to put pearls with it.
Pearls, smoky quartz we've got coming up. You've got garnet. Garnet looks amazing with Peridot. It's beautiful. And amethyst.
Where have I got garnet?
I don't think you have. It just came into my head.
I was like,
and
garnet, and I've not
amethyst and
spied it.
Peridot. You know, go down the Wimbledon colours. Oh, that's just beautiful.
There's the amethyst. Oops.
Look at that.
And then director Claire is like, can I see the Tanzanite? Yes, it's not every day you get to put Tanzanite next to Peridot, is it?
No, that's stunning. Good call, Claire.
Do you know what I'd add to that? Either some lemon citrine or yellow sapphires. Yellow pearls! Like the soft lemon ones. Oh my gosh! Claire, you're having a day today, aren't you? Loving all these thoughts coming from Claire. Claire's saying it wouldn't look as good in my final jewellery though. Come up with the ideas, you're like me. I created a tree of life pin with Peridot chips this week. This is Angela in Lancashire. That would be juicy, that'd be lovely.
What colour wire, Angela? Text us back with the colour of the wire.
Ooh.
I'd be intrigued.
What do you guess it would be? Claire thinks antique bronze, you think gold.
Yeah.
I think I'm with, have we got brown wire? I don't really do. Imagine maroon in Peridot.
I know, that sounds good as well.
Oh, I'm intrigued. Message us back, as Mark say, let us know what would you do with it. Pink would look nice, the baby pink, although I know you don't get a tree root of baby pink, but that might look quite nice.
Yes, yeah.
Louise Jacobson made me a ring many years ago for my birthday that had chartreuse, it had Peridot in it with rose quartz and baby pink wire. Pretty as you like. £6 and 95 pence. I have more in baskets than I have quantity, so do check them out as soon as you can. Angela said silver wire, 1 mil and 0.4 mil with a chain and green organza ribbon.
Wow, I bet that looks beautiful. Hope it's Wall of Faming.
Oh, so do I. I'd love to see that. Sounds lovely.
Thank you, Angela.
Essex, at last some large enough chips to be masculine. It's my partner's birthstone and always too tiny and pretty for him.
Brilliant.
Oh, so you're still getting the glow, but you're getting a bit of a more chunky, hunky size.
Yep, that's brilliant.
Love that. Love that. I'm really pleased about that.
Yep.
I'll leave those there for now. Should we do the smoky quartz then? Summer, say, what's that song? In the summertime when the weather is hot. I'm not allowed to sing anymore because it might be copyright. Unless I do it out of tune, which is quite easy for me actually. 500 carat smoky quartz faceted rounds. I haven't seen smoky quartz faceted rounds for donkeys and I love them. Whoa, I've got a really big quantity of these. Can you see it? I've got a bit of gold on my dress and I think it would look lovely with some gold.
14 mil.
14 mil, Mark. Big.
Oh my gosh.
Whoppers. Do you think, oh, they're gold? Love a good gem. Helps me tell if they're genuine or not. Do you like it with the gold and the baby pinks?
That's just perfect, isn't it?
I think it would go with my outfit, even though my outfit's hastily.
Perfect.
Ooh, those tiger's eye from the Wall of Fame earlier.
Oh yes.
They would be lovely, the hollow ones.
If anyone managed to get the
bracelet.
get the hemp from earlier with the little silver beads,
Oh,
those
yeah?
neutral colours, just making lots of Shambhala bracelets with the neutral colours would be amazing.
And they would be
yeah.
you wouldn't need very many.
No, 5 of that size.
Quite far, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 5 I would have thought for that size.
Gosh, I probably couldn't even get 5 on my wrist. I think I'd have to go for a 3.
A 3. God,
So if you make kids ones, you're in.
They're beautiful.
Or if you're like me and you have child-sized wrists, brilliant. Mine are about 6.5 inches, which is only half an inch smaller than the average. Actually, no, the average is 7.5. But
imagine one of those smoky quartz in between your flowers on your wrist instead of the pearl. Completely different look. You might need to add a few more petals, but that would be a real statement piece.
we did have plenty of pearls earlier. In fact, you had a whole strand left over, so that could even be possible. Now, you may like this, you may not, but I fancy trying these two together. What do you reckon?
That's probably all gone, but the kunzite would be another nice one to put with it as well.
Ooh. I was thinking that, Claire. Claire and I think, are on the same page, Director Claire. She was thinking about, I'll grab that kunzite in a wee sec if there's any left. But we were both thinking about it with your challenge.
Yes.
This is one that I said I didn't know if it was going to go with.
Yep. It's perfect as well.
Woo!
I like that.
Yeah? Oh, I quite
That
like
is stunning.
Gents, jewellery-wise, what do you reckon? Are they too big, or are they
No,
just...
they're the perfect size for cufflinks as well.
Oh, yeah!
So they're absolutely perfect.
And brown is, for me, the new black.
Is it?
I saw you like orange is the new black. We need to get a price in for you. Bear in mind, it is the summer sale. It's not your price. It's a should-be price. We're going down. Lowest price ever. With the pearls. £500 carats, £8.95.
I've chosen the wrong day to come to work, haven't I?
I think you have.
Yeah. But then I wouldn't get to work with you.
This is true. Is this why you haven't been coming in? Because you wanted to get the deals that I offer? Is that why you've not been on my shift? Is that what it is?
Probably.
You demanded to be on the shift side because we just go so naughtily and so low. Is that what it is? I think that's what it is. What was that, sorry? You've got some unauthorised loads. Oh, I love the sound of that. That means we're not allowed to do it.
But you're in tomorrow as well, aren't you? Are you in tomorrow?
Oh yeah, but it's fine. Management wise, there's not many in today because it's a Saturday and I can always just make a beeline for the door. Although I did think about this yesterday and I thought, if I'm saying this on the television, then obviously I'm going to get caught, aren't I? I shouldn't tell anybody my plan of escape. Do you got any lemon? I would like to put some lemon pearls with that. Do you think that would go? Or no?
Yes, yeah. No, I like that idea.
Quite like it. Like a bumblebee.
On the Late Show on Wednesday, I told the whole world
Did you know?
that 2 days before, on the Late Show. Dion was working. She covered a Late Show.
Oh yeah.
And the theme of the show was "There are no management in the building." Late Show. And I told the whole world
There's never
this.
any management in the
And I
Late Show.
told the whole world this with Scott sat in the gallery.
Oh.
And they didn't know.
I don't understand. So you had management in the gallery?
Yeah, and I completely forgotten that Scott was in there, and then I told the world that Dion had this "There's no management in the building" Late Show, hooray, show with the ridiculously low prices. And Scott was in the gallery and he didn't know. So, quick apology. I couldn't quite get out of that one in time.
It's fine. It's all right. They're definitely not in the gallery today.
No, that's fine.
Kimbo made sure of that one. The door is bolted shut. Quartz it is. Clear rose and smoky quartz. As in clear quartz, rose quartz. Oh, I have to have it. No, there's 100. I need this in my life. Oh, no. I love it. I just want to do this. Done. I need it. Look at that. Oh, Mark, I need it. What do you think?
It's rather beautiful.
Oh. Is Lucy in the gallery? Is Lucy in the gallery? Oh, I was going to ask her if she wanted to come on 5 minutes and I could take a cheeky wee contact the call centre break. I want to get involved. I want them. I need them. Never before have I seen white quartz, clear quartz and smoky quartz together in an opportunity. This isn't the one that you said was going under for the 3-strand for the... Was it? Kim! I very, very rarely get upset with Kim. I love Kim. But right now, for the three double strands for $6.90.
No.
I don't even want to know. What is it, a pound and what? £1.70. No. Of course you're going to count them as double. Oh.
They're large again, aren't they?
I know, right? What is going on today? Oh no. If I was you, I mean, I don't know if I'd go for these. At $6.95, I mean, you could get a cuppa for that elsewhere and maybe a muffin. Do you, I mean, are you really going to need that amount of gems? Do you really need that much? That is true, you can never have enough. I'm going to stop pretending. I think it's a brilliant treat. If I was you, I'd at least, well, at the very least buy one set. Depending whether my budget allowed, if I'd been planning for it, if I'd been saving for something else. This is so wrong that it's almost right. Oh, Kim! Of course it's gone. Ah. Really upset about that, Mark. Now I know how you feel about the hemp cord and the beads.
Not a nice feeling, is it?
V-flower agates. Ooh, they're like carnelians. You're right there, you hungry?
Sorry.
You got, oh, it's because you got an appetite working with your appetite challenge.
Well, I'm desperate to get this finished before we say goodbye.
These are fab. 25 by 15 millimeter. You call them flowers. I think they remind me of bluebells. Obviously, they're not blue, but the shape. But they make me think of birds. Claire, were you on the same page so much? Claire directed Claire said they like drawing, like the way you would draw a bird. I still draw a bird like that. Not that I often draw birds, but if I were to draw a bird, it would look maybe not even that good actually.
I bet you'd put a smiley face on the sun if you drew a sun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that not what you have to do?
No, not
And
anymore.
a hat. And the little extra rays going round all the way around. No, Kim, like the sun has got his hat on. Director Kim's going, why would you put a hat on? Like a woolly hat. Not a woolly hat in the sunshine. Like a son has got his hat on. A big straw hat. Like a straw one. Anyway, do these remind you of carnelian colours? They remind me of carnelian. The reds and the oranges, sort of fleshy tones. Quite, well, depending on when you use them, what you use them with, but I'm thinking quite autumnal. Now, I also have these coming up. Are these a separate opportunity, Kim? They would go quite lovely together. They're like snowdrop, white snowdrops. Would you use them as a, would you put a gemstone in there, Mark? Is that something you would do, or do you not use these style of shapes?
I would probably have head pins coming out through the drill hole, and having like little fuchsia flowers, and just make lots of earrings.
Ooh.
That'd be really nice.
Because you're really up on your flowers, aren't you? Of course, with your past in the garden centre, managing the flowers. I can't believe Mark chose a flower because it was called peach. It was a peach rose.
What
Do you
happened
remember
to that?
My mum's
Yeah,
garden up in Scotland, and it looks really gorgeous. I have to try and get a picture next time I'm home to show you.
That'd be nice.
Mark very kindly brought me in a rose plant, but I didn't have a garden, so my mum and dad have, unfortunately, a beautiful rose. 100 carats, enjoy those. Oh, it's not the price. Ah! Did you do that to distract me, or did I just distract myself? Oh, why are we not staying there? Oh my goodness. It's almost like it's a summer sale, Mark.
Oh.
Regular viewers, you know we're not allowed to go under £6.95 unless allowed by management. DVDs are different, but for genuine gemstones, really, we're not supposed to take anything really under £6.95, because, to be fair, it doesn't really warrant as being on the telly, with the cost of the airtime, with the cost of the running the lights and the cameras and the building and the power, and us getting paid. That's incorporated the contact centre. Well, that's exactly why I have 95p at the end, but we were banned after I did it about 3 weeks in the late show. Then all of a sudden we were banned from going under £6.95. Don't know what I did, and I did have a couple of £2 strands. I did know, but my job was to clear the vault, so I was going to do it no matter what. So yeah. So then we got banned from doing that. So hopefully management won't have noticed that price point. Should we do the white? Kimbo. These would be lovely for bridal designs with that first kit as well. Just going to count how many there are. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Kim, producer Kim, lovely Kim, oh great one. I'm totally going to ask you for something. See the wonderful agate that we just had a moment ago that were V-shaped flowers with, I think, if my memory serves me correctly, 100 carats. 25 by 15 millimeter. I mean, they're the same size. There's a high five going on in the gallery.
Ooh, we were just so excited.
You're really excited about this, aren't you? Can we? What do you reckon, guys? Can we match the price of it? Because it would be rude not to, wouldn't it, Mark? If we did one set, even though these may be colour-wise a bit more popular, bridal-wise way. Go on, you can take a cheeky £1 off per person, Kim, can't you? It's only like £200, isn't it? How many have we got? 200? Not even got 100. Oh, that's fine then. Nobody will notice that we've lost £90. Be fine.
What size is the drill hole on them? Are they quite big, are they?
They've got 2 lengths of cord through them, of the threading cord, not beading. So I reckon you could easily get a couple of lengths of beading thread through there. One
so you could get 3
elastic.
head pins then, 3 sterling silver head pins through them, do you think? Or
I don't think so, but you know what? I've got 3 sterling silver head pins here, so I might just give it a go. Bearing in mind there is cord currently through it.
Right.
I've got 1 through with the cord in it.
Right.
I'm only getting 1 through with the cord in it.
So without the cord, do you think 2. You should? Oh, okay. Mate, just sterling silver head pins with little spacer beads on the end, different lengths. That just make beautiful earrings.
Yeah, the featherweight ones, absolutely. You get the featherweight head pins through, no bother. Are you hungry, you today, Mark?
Every time I put it in my mouth, you keep catching me.
Alrighty. I have a habit of asking people questions when they put things in their mouths. Literally, when everyone's having something to eat, I'll ask them something, and they'll literally just put something in their mouth. It's like when you go to a restaurant and they say, "How's your meal?" It's literally when you've just eaten something, isn't it? And you're like, and then they walk away, so you can't say they're not good because you're eating it. Not that you would say that, but you're like, lovely. Peach coated. Yay! I've been talking about these earlier today. Love these. Oh, I think they match my dress as well. I think it means I can have them.
But it's a beautiful dress.
Thank you.
Is it couture?
No.
No.
My very dear friend Claire had this on for her 30th birthday, and she looked beautiful in it, and she said, Ali, look, you'll love it. And I said, you look so pretty in it. And she said, get yourself one. I said, I can't do that. And she went, well, you live in England and I live in Scotland. The chances of us wearing the same dress at the same time is going to be very slim, so go for it. So I didn't break girl code, but she told me to, so I got it. And then she messaged me and she went, I love the dress, it looks better on you. She was a joker, she looked stunning in it. So thanks to my friend Claire, I have this dress.
Wow.
So she told me where to get it. So yeah, and I've never had so many compliments on a dress before, I don't
beautiful.
think. Thank you very much. I think I matched the slide behind me, my tellies. Right, summer sale, if I move my head. You have one of my favourite peach shell nuggets. I want to wear that, just even a plain white blouse. This would look pretty with.
I love that shape.
Do you?
Yeah. There's a I don't eat chocolate, so I might have got the name wrong, but is it Viennese whirl?
Oh yes.
That's sort
Other
of round
types of chocolates are
thing.
available.
Sort of a sort of contemporary version of that, I think.
I don't think Viennese whirl is a make, is it? It's just a style of biscuit, isn't it? So we're all right there. Yeah. But yeah, no, I get what you mean. That sort of swirly shape. I just think they're gorgeous because they look so natural, like natural ocean treats. They should be where? Here. Ah! Why would they be there as a start price anyway? That's probably why you've never seen them on their own. Oh my word. Can we afford to do another summer sales treat after this? £4.95, EK, GP81. Oh, do you love them or do you love them? Me too. Should we have them with some smoky quartz? Absolutely. Oh, wow. Woo-hoo-hoo. Love, love, love those treats. We've only got one treat left on the T-bar to T-bar. So I'm going to do that for you now. Agates. I can't believe that's $4.90. I can't even bring myself to say that price point and looking at that. Oh, love it. Have you ever tried these? Your agates and the sort of grey agate Botswana mix really that you've got here with blue lace agate. Have you ever tried that before? Or angel stone?
This is another stone similar to Mookite, isn't it? That we haven't seen this year at all. Occasional strand.
Yeah, we've not seen much. You're right, and again, not in this size of nugget.
No.
These are what I would call a large nugget. They're called. Gosh, literally just looked up at my television screen to see the quantity, and I've had a huge influx of web baskets just having these allocated into them. So if you wonder what that means, if you're a new viewer to Jewellery Maker, what that means is that when you shop online, you would normally put something into a web basket. That doesn't mean you own it, that doesn't mean you have purchased it, that just means that you're showing an interest. I do it quite a lot, especially if I'm looking at outfits and I'm trying to find something to work together. If I like something, I'll click it onto it and put it in the basket to decide, and then at the end of the day, at the end of my kind of shopping experience, I'll decide to check out what I wish. I'll look at my budget and work out what works and what doesn't work, and then I'll go for that. So many people put it in the baskets. It doesn't mean they're going to go for it, but it's great for us to see how many people have an interest in it, or think that they might go for it, or that they like it. Obviously on the television, if you're going to call, we can't see if you like it or not unless you pick up the phone. So for seeing how many people are interested in the web, and actually how many confirmations we've ready, is that about 20 confirmations already? No, it's not. Excuse me, Mark.
Oh no. Oh.
I don't think we've had agate. Now they are for me very much like the look of Botswana agates with the grey agates in there. Look at that one.
But they're not Botswana.
They're not described as it, no.
Gosh.
Maybe that's why the price is so low. Maybe if we described it as Botswana agate, the price might not be there. I don't know. Wow. But I'm not going to query it to find out. I'm just going to enjoy it at $4.95, which I hope you do too. That's my favourite. Can I take this one off and keep this one? Don't even want to put it in jewellery, I just want to keep it. Just to look at it every day. There it is there. Peaches and soft creams and greys. That's lovely. And as what you were saying earlier, Mark, with them being larger sort of slices, these are actually classed as, the hole is more likely to be in
right through the middle, right through the centre.
And very sizable actually, you can see there. Even with the cord.
So I would treat it as, and use it as a rondelle. That's exactly the same sort of techniques that you would use for rondelles.
Well, there's a great idea. Cufflinks, do you think?
Yeah, you could stack them. Group of 3 to be the outside section, or rosary link in groups of 3. Looks stunning.
Struggling to understand the price point there. If you're new to Jewellery Maker, this doesn't happen every day. This is a summer, well, that was the final piece of the summer sale. Does look really, really nice with the peaches. Don't know why I'm whispering. 2 of those together you could get for under, hold on, $4.95. Get those for under £10, the 2 of those. Boom, boom, shake, shake the room. Wow. Right, sparkle, sparkle. This is the one I wanted. This is the one I was looking at earlier. Oh, I really want this. Yay. Oh my gosh, I really, really need this in my life. Please, please get yourself one of these if you see it and you fancy it, because this is not going to be around for long. Amazing or amazing. So what you're getting is a length of braided flat cord with silver. This looks so expensive. With silver through it. And then, now what's amazing about this is a silver braided white flat nylon cord, 6mm, and you've got 1 metre in length, and then you've got these coated quartz, which is the rainbow coating. And they're 3x2mm to 4x3mm and a faceted rondelle strand, just sort of 1mm off perfectly round, 30 centimetres. This, if you look closely, is actually like little silver crimp tubes. In between each one, the lustre from them is unreal, because you have got, it's really fascinating when you look up close and personal. They're little crimps, or the look of little crimp tubes. £6.95. These are being allocated so quickly now. Is this the fishtail look? Because it's the way when I was growing up, I loved horses, still do. And when you looked at the horses that were having their tails braided for the shows, that's what it makes me think of. Would you call that kind of braid? Is that a fishtail style braid when it all goes in towards the middle?
That's what you had in your hair yesterday. That was a fishtail.
Oh no, it was just a plait yesterday. No, I'm not stylish enough to do a fishtail.
Well,
I wouldn't even know how to do that.
Oh, okay.
But thank you for thinking
I thought it was.
Yeah. No, I'll take that though. I'm having it. I'm taking it. I would have loved to braid this in my hair yesterday. Put it in with my plait. I'm in love with this. 1 metre plus that as well. It's almost gone, so I'm going to have to move on there. Now, Mark's kit is just a dream. So many questions about my bracelet, so please have a look. It's from this kit actually that I'm going to just show to you now. These are divine. The lilacs that you're seeing and the whites are coming from this strand here, which you get, as well as this strand here, side drill pearls. Wendy in Berkshire's messaged in saying, hi lovelies, did Mark make the bracelet from one of the kits, as I missed the first part of the show? It's really pretty. Yes, and actually what you can do, Wendy, is look back on YouTube at a later moment and Mark shows you how to make this very set link and how to incorporate it not only in a bracelet but into the necklace design that you did earlier as well. If you have a look on Facebook later on, not quite yet because we haven't yet taken the pictures because they're all still in the studio, but once we've taken the pictures and we put them on our Jewellery Maker UK Facebook page, you'll be able to see that in its full glory as a full suite. As well as these two strands, you also get another length top drilled for your pearls in the lilacs, and then top drilled in your pearls for the white. You've got 90 pieces in a findings pack, or usual sort of standard findings pack, not the 60, the 91, extra findings in that, as well as the beading thread monofilament elastic. But the strand that stole the show really on this one is this completely natural pearl strand. They are 9 by 10 mil. They are totally natural white pearls. And many of you were messaging in saying you would pay between £20 and £30, oh sorry, 20 and £40, forgive me, for this strand alone. Mark was happy at £30 to pay for this one, just for this. We normally would be looking around £55.15 if my memory serves me correctly. Thank you, it was right. If you were to add the 5 strands of pearls, bear in mind these are 9 by 10 millimeter and totally natural, with 30 in web baskets already, not to mention those of you who are thinking about it. 0800 644 655 at home on the telephone lines. It's a free phone number from a UK landline, and now also many mobile network providers. Do check with them to make sure the 0800 number is free from your phone. But with Pearl Passion Jewellery Kit, IZGC 13, we went to only £36.95 for all of it. This bracelet was made from the kit, as well as many other pieces, which again you can see in the repeat of the show or on Jewellery Maker's YouTube page, or again if you have a look on Facebook. You don't have to be on Facebook to look on the Facebook page. Just type in facebook.com/Jewellery Maker UK and you'll find our Facebook page where you can look at all the pictures of the guest designers' pieces, of the Walls of Fame, of our budding beaders jewellery as well. Plenty to show you. Now this, if you were fortunate enough to get some Tanzanite in your life, would be amazing. If you missed out on Tanzanite in any previous occasion, I have a chance for you now. Look at that. Would you put that together, or would you put that together?
Oh, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? We've made together. We've made some really good kits up, haven't we? With some of the items that we had that we can mix and match with.
Don't suggest that to Pip.
No.
He might give us kit yes. pricing duties, and that would not. I'd be like, no, it's too low. Put it up. Tanzanite for you. I'll do now. It would just be a dream with that previous kit that we've had there. But of course, you might have some pearls at home. You might have some. Oh gosh, imagine you had some lilacs. Do you think these would work with lemon pearls?
Have you got lemon pearls at home? You keep talking about them.
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay. Lemon pearl? Yes, actually. I think it'll look really nice.
No, this isn't a pearl, but it's a lemon zari thread cord.
No. Citrine and Tanzanite. That would be really nice.
November and December's birthstone together.
Yeah. No, I think that'd be really nice.
Yeah. Do you think? Yeah. Has anyone ever tried that at home? I'd love to know. What do you think would be the most unthought of Tanzanite combination?
Unthought of?
Yeah, so a colour that most people wouldn't come to your mind straight away, but it would work. You think black, a black gemstone?
Black onyx, yeah. Black onyx. Spinel and Tanzanite mix. Yeah. Or ruby, or garnet.
Ruby.
Garnet and Tanzanite's a nice mix.
Reds
as well.
and Tanzanite.
I don't think there is actually any stone that won't go with Tanzanite, is there really?
I don't know.
You think?
Just wondering what would automatically come to mind, and something maybe it hasn't come to mind to you, but because it's been sitting next to it, it's something you've tried. Price point coming in at And at that price, it really can go with anything. You might think, oh, Ali, onyx is a little bit more affordable. Yes, it is, but it doesn't mean you can't set it with Tanzanite. The price points we're offering Tanzanite today, it's possible. They may have sold out the amethyst. If not, if there's any left, just speak with the contact centre. The pearls. So many thoughts, so many treats. And as Mark was suggesting, a guest, or should I say a viewer, take the time to message in and say, oh, kind of swamped it with labradorite, because you do get a lot of labradorite there, but as an idea with labradorite nuggets, Tanzanite and labradorite, a great combination suggestion. Well done indeed to you on that. Drake goes over there. I hope you managed to get Tanzanite. Yes, Lucy, I had Tanzanite. What's that all about? Tanzanite. Right. Ooh, hello there. You've got presenter Lucy coming up with Laura Binding this afternoon. You are a lucky, lucky lot today.
I miss working with Lucy.
Cheers.
I haven't worked with her for such a long time.
Oh.
It's quite sad.
I've got for you mother of pearl. No, I don't. It's a massive fib. I've got a shell. What a colour. Blues, purples, peaches. It's a quarterly peach. Oranges, yellows, and hot pinks. Oh, yes. It's been a smashing show today. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. PAGC70 is a code for the 6 of them. You get all of them. So blue, blush, fuchsia, orange, purple, and yellow down to £17.95 for 6. It's not even £4 each. £2.99 each. Gosh, you'd be struggling to get a Mr. Whippy from Stratford-upon-Avon at that price. Other ice creams are available. Can't think of any other ones other than Mr. Whippy.
You've heard my Mr. Whippy fact, have you?
The Margaret Thatcher invented Mr. Whippy.
I think everyone has now, yeah.
I mean, it's good that I remember it. It's obviously a good fact.
Yeah, yeah.
It's almost like raspberry ripple ice cream, that one. Raspberry ripple sauce, that. With the shell. £17.95. Amelia, I popped that back, but you just need to check I popped it back in the right box. I apologise if not. Right, are you ready to see Mark's challenge? We have been waiting in anticipation for this. Goodness me. You all right over here?
Yes.
Is it a bit hot?
No, I had 2 minutes to spare and I finished, so I'm pleased.
Oh, good. We've only got 30 left of this collection, so make sure you try and get it as soon as you can. I'll show you what Mark has made with it, and there it is. Spin it around. At £9.90, I still can't believe that's the price of it. You get 4 strands.
Incredible. And I still got that neon one left. I haven't even touched that yet. So.
So, with the 2 darker ones, and this is the one that Mark, we nearly got a sneaky glimpse of, and wasn't it worth the wait?
I mean, that's a £40 necklace, easily. Easily. So,
but the components hasn't come up to £40. That's what you maybe would sell yours for.
Yeah.
And again, with incorporating pearls in there, apatites of just the 2 different colours, giving you such a beautiful. I mean, I feel like I've just stepped into the sea and I've come out with Ariel's necklace there.
Lovely, lovely.
And then again, using the gold with just one colour, the darker apatite, it giving you a completely different look, but using the same gems.
It's quite modern, quite space age, isn't it? Quite contemporary.
Something you can imagine going down the catwalk with that rich gold and maybe just a plain dress, not even necessarily a fancy colour, just a simple plain, because that really is sort of the eye-catching, the head-turning piece. Oh, that's, for me, I want to wear this during the day, and I want to wear it with a pretty summer dress, maybe a floaty white dress, and then I want to wear this of an evening with a black dress.
Gosh, yeah. Quite dramatic,
to a ball, yeah. That's a bit. You might see it completely different. You might want to wear it the other way around, or you might want them both for evening, both for daytime, however you wish. Mark, I was going to ask you when you're back next with us. I know when you're next back with me. You're back with me on Wednesday morning. Are you in between now and then?
No, just then.
Perfect.
With some quite unbelievable kits for Wednesday.
Yeah, you were telling me about it. You actually are quite excited about it.
Oh my word! I don't think I've ever had anything like it.
No.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Yeah.
It's going to be special, and of course we'll be able to draw the Wall of Fame winners on Wednesday as well, so make sure you tune in for that. Be great to see you. Please don't be going anywhere though, because you've got the gorgeous Lucy, and you'll get to have you seen her?
No.
Oh gosh, right, well at least you'll get to see her, and a quick changeover. You might get a quick hug. Lucy is going to be joining you on the afternoon show with the gorgeous Laura Binding. Where she's in the workshop at the moment, working away. There she is. Good job, she is working away. Imagine she was eating cake. That would be what I would do. I would have been in there eating cake. Oh, no cake in there. Are you coming to the Sunday Experience tomorrow? Drop me a message on Facebook. My name's Ali DeFoy. It'd be lovely to see you. I'll get a chance to meet you tomorrow. And as I say, Mark's going to be with us on Wednesday. Have you got any workshops coming up at the minute?
The end of the month, I think it's the 28th and the 30th.
I don't know, that might be, I don't know if there'll be any spaces, but always ask. If in doubt, you never know, somebody might have to change their circumstances. They might not be able to make it, or there might be a wee space you could squeeze in. Always check with the contact centre on 0800 644 655 to see if you can maybe squeeze onto one of Mark's courses this month. If not, maybe in the coming months, maybe you might want to do that. I know you've thoroughly enjoyed the show. We've thoroughly enjoyed having you, Mark.
Pleasure.
Thank
Always.
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
As I say, Mark will be back on Wednesday, Lucy and Laura coming up, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Come and join Jewellery Maker on Saturday the 29th of August for our slumber party. Stay wrapped up, get cosy in your PJs and chill out whilst watching Ali and guest designer Sheila for our fun-filled morning show.